The train headed for Sunset City will be departing soon.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sunset City, the wholesome and subdued podcast for the classic and modern Sonic age. I am your host, Ian Waffles, and with me are my co-hosts, Channel Pup.
Hello.
Totally not Frank.
We are wholesome today.
We are very wholesome. And Trey Noibels.
Hello. It's good to be here. It's good to
Why
be
am I in charge? This feels really wrong.
I just thought it would be fun to witness. You're doing well. You're natural, honestly.
we need some structure here sometimes, Ian.
Well,
You know, like it goes.
Well, we'll all be executed immediately, but until then, let's jump right in.
Careful, Ian. You might be
careful.
Promoting violence on the podcast, and we don't want to risk that.
No,
We
only
love-
cartoon
we
violence.
share.
Cartoon violence.
We love and share. We love and share.
Oh, boy.
All right. Well, so as always, super chats are read out at the end of the show. We do have a patron. We are brought to you by our patrons in the Bat Enjoyer tier. Nothing risque about that. So we just got to give us some patron shout-outs to those ones who are My Great Rolls, Vim101, Aiden Fitzgerald, Stardust Chaos, Stardust Chaos, Crimson Rose, Mr. SP, why can't I talk today? Mr. SP and KB. You folks are very generous, as is all of the patrons, who we really appreciate. And with that out of the way, let's freaking go.
Let's do it to it.
Sunset City, my siblings. So, okay, let's take a look at the document. Okay, something that's been on my mind a little bit. In fact, Ian, I even chatted with you about this morning, but Sonic has been getting a lot of brand deals recently, like, a lot. Like, just this week, we had the announcement of the Beyblade cosmetics coming to Crossworlds, as well as the Sonic X Tim's promotion. So obviously, like, it's almost like every other week now, there is a new Sonic collab going on. I mean, so, like, I don't know, what are we thinking about this? Is there such a thing as too much? How much is too much? Where do you kind of draw the line? What are we thinking? Is it getting too much?
I mean, honestly, I don't know if it's necessarily a case of it being like too much. More so, just like I'm actually thankful that Sonic is having all these collabs, because now it's like a thing where there isn't really much of a drought anymore. I can ignore something if I'm not really down for it. You know,
It feels
Meanwhile,
like it feels like a little bit for everyone. You know, there's something for everyone.
There's a little
Thank
something
you,
for everyone.
IGN.
Hey, I'm applying.
But-
Okay.
But no,
7 out of
I
10.
think nowadays I'm not as egregious about who or what Sonic collabs with nowadays, because we have more options than ever before to consume this franchise, I guess, you know, like, and sometimes it's just like, yeah, it's not for me, but someone else might enjoy it. That's cool. Like, that's it. And like, I remember there was like this one, like, was it like Hospital game or something, where they had like
2-point
Yeah.
hospital,
Sonic
yeah.
mascot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love
I-
that.
And like, yeah, it was cute, but like I didn't care for it, so I didn't really do anything with it. Obviously,
Have
know.
you never
so
played 2-point hospital?
I have not played 2-point Hospital.
It's so
never
much
played it
fun.
either.
It's like, if you've ever played The Sims and thought, hey, that's kind of mildly enjoyable, 2-point hospital is like that, but it's like you'll pick up the game, do some stuff, put it down, and realize like 9 hours have gone by, and like,
Yeah,
it's like a time machine. It's like,
Yeah.
if you want to travel to the future, play 2-point hospital.
That's what you want.
They did give it away for
Yeah,
free
it's terrific.
a month or two ago, so I might try it. I'll
2-point
play it for a
Campus
little
is
bit.
just as good as well. I haven't played 2-point Museum, but like these, it's kind of like the evolution of like your Sim City, you know, like it's kind of
Yeah.
like the evolution of that, but with like a weird Wallace and Gromity art style. I can already hear Mr. Krabs getting excited at the name drop.
yeah. I mean, that's like yeah. I think that's my kind of like takeaway, is that like it's easier to ignore stuff that you're just not interested in nowadays, just because like you have options. Meanwhile, if this was like 2014 to 2019, and it was just these collabs, I'd be like, come on, dude, like, give us something mainline, give us anything.
Yeah, the thing.
Yeah.
You go ahead, Trey.
Oh, I was just gonna just like say like, like if we had a collab back in like the Forces era, we couldn't really.
Yes.
At least for me, I couldn't really enjoy. I couldn't just ignore it and enjoy Forces because I didn't like Forces. I liked Mania, but even then, it's like that's only like one game in a sea of crap. So it's like.
It almost feels almost patronizing too during like the drought era. If all this was happening, it's like, wow, Sonic's everywhere except in my video game.
Yeah, except exactly. Yeah, like, but now in a post Frontiers, a post Shadow Generations world, like, and I still have a little bit of fun with Superstar. It's not my favorite, but you know what I mean. It's not like outright terrible.
What
like,
do you mean it's not your favorite? Skins at Kroger, so much fun. IHOP, wow.
Yeah.
Cell
I
shading.
can't wait for the Costco bros to be a part of Sonic.
You want to play as Lego Sonic? How about Sonic with a little Burger King crown on him, huh? Does that sound appealing?
So true.
Where you rule.
True.
I can't wait to get.
Outfit?
So we're gonna get our Kirkland branded DLC for. I keep forgetting the name of the new game coming up. Crossworlds.
Crossworlds, yeah.
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 Well, I mean,
I can't swear. So.
Crap.
Such a good save.
Dag nabbit.
Dag
Bogus.
God
Yeah.
dang it.
Yeah.
I
Gosh
don't
darn
think
it.
they're gonna
But,
I don't think they're gonna stop us from working if we curse. But I just think it's actually really funny if we just avoid it like the plague, or like that virus that didn't exist and is actually okay.
In Archie, anytime they want to swear,
Like the
Flynn
T-virus.
really like having them say blast.
exactly.
Dang it.
Dang it.
Yeah, so
But,
I might
I mean,
have just woken up on the wrong side of the bed this morning, but like I saw like new cosmetics coming to Crossworlds. Let's see, it's Beyblade. I was just like, okay.
Yeah. But here's the thing.
another
Here's the thing.
cross-promotion.
I love Beyblade, so I'm okay with
Yeah.
it.
I loved it as a
I feel like
kid.
I feel like they could have done more. It didn't have to just be decals or something.
Yeah, have like a Beyblade that you can like drive. That would be cool. But
That would be sick.
Well,
I remember in
Or a Beyblade
remember
map or track.
in primary
yeah.
school, Beyblades were like all the rage, and I remember there was the Beyblade TV show. But all the kids in schools were getting their Beyblades out of the cereal boxes. They were getting those little cereal box ones. It's like,
Oh, like the
man,
plastic,
I want
like
it
the really
now.
cheap ones.
yeah, and I was like, I want in on this Beyblades a trend. And I said to my mum, he's like, hey, can I get a
Trade.
Beyblade? And she's like, sure, you can get a Beyblade. She comes back from Tesco with this massive green electronic Beyblade that like is actually one of the real ones. And I tell you what, I go into school and I'm just dominating. I'm just absolutely destroying all those little cereal box Beyblades with my big super.
Are you like actually breaking them or no?
No, I'm barely competing, but everyone's quite amazed by my Beyblade.
Okay, because that's the first thing I thought. I was like, oh, he got a real one and like the little cheapo one started breaking.
No, it was
That was
I
like
mean,
where
the
my mind
little
went to.
cereal box Beyblade. I don't think you can even play Beyblades in the conventional way with a cereal box Beyblade. I think they're more just.
I doubt it.
Yeah, they're more just a fancy spinning top, really. Not even like. You don't let them rip as such, the big main thing about the Beyblade.
Yeah, you just spin
Like-
them with your finger. Yeah.
And half the kids bringing them into school didn't have the centerpiece either, so they were just dinking them about. Meanwhile, I was like, hey, watch this.
Yeah.
Look how cool this is. And they'd be like, yeah, that's quite cool. You're also a show-off. I was like, fair. It's all good, man. Don't worry about it.
Well, I mean, hey, it could have been worse. You could have had somebody try to steal it.
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be. Yeah, it would have been the first time because this must have been like reception year. Some of my earliest memories of like living were these little Beyblades. But yeah, I remember I got a blue one later down the line as well. Yeah, Beyblades were fun. But my main thing is Sonic Crossworlds. A lot of the hype surrounding Sonic Crossworlds seems to be just how much product placement has been crammed into this thing, and.
Yep.
Typically, you make jokes about product placement, being kind of desperate or whatnot, and it's like a big part of the appeal of Sonic Racing Crossworlds in its marketing is, look, we got SpongeBob, look, we got this, look, our indie studio Sega has managed to get Minecraft in there is really impressive. And I think I listed off in my chat with Ian just how many brand deals we've had this year. And it's quite nuts, actually. But I can't see it. Oh, it's at the top. So you got DC X Sonic, McLaren X Sonic, SpongeBob X Sonic, TMNT X Sonic, Avatar The Last Airbender X Sonic, The Battle Cats X Sonic, Magic the Gathering X Sonic, Sonic X Minecraft The Second Boogaloo, Sonic X Squad Busters, and Lego Sonic has now come to Speed Simulator, so you've got a bit of a Lego thing going on there.
Man,
And after a while, I'm just like, maybe that's a bit much. Maybe that's a little shameless.
I will say, the part that annoys me is that it's going to be infinitely more difficult to preserve Crossworlds as it stands with all of these like licenses and stuff like that. Like for the future, like let's say they wanted to re-release these games, like it's gonna be tough. You know, it's the reason why Jet Set Radio hasn't really been on modern platforms is because the music is a lot of it's licensed out to like separate bands and stuff like that.
Even when Crazy Taxi was re-released on Steam, like they had to swap out some of the music because of licensing issues.
Yeah.
And for something that's outside of Sega, when they did the Tony Hawk Pro Skater HD, they couldn't use all the music from the original games.
Yeah. That's it. Or they had to reach out and they got most music back, but not all. And
or they had a budget and they couldn't go with it. So.
Yeah.
What I'll say is, like, I'm hoping that, because Sonic Racing Crossworlds is very cross-promotion heavy. Makes sense, Crossworlds hit it. But, like, it's very heavy on, like, the cross-promotional stuff in the DLC anyway. Like, it seems like the entire DLC roadmap is just going to be other properties. And that does make it kind of easy for me to just not buy the digital deluxe edition. That honestly makes my purchase easier. Because I'm there for the Sonic and Sega stuff, I'm not really there for the rest of it. Even though I do like, you know, SpongeBob and stuff like that, you know, like, leave it to Fortnite to do the big brand deals as far as I'm concerned. But
what if they added Power Rangers?
The only fear is, like, I'm going to be playing Sonic Frontiers 2, whatever form it takes. And I'm going to be in the middle of the game, and suddenly the Burger King comes down, and he wants me to do a mission for him. And actually, wait, do I even dislike this? But like, it's just gonna be
this sounds like a fun
everywhere.
idea.
There'll be billboards for the new SpongeBob movie with Mark Hamill instead of the other guy.
Here's the thing. If they do product placement in a Sonic game, at least put him in a city. I miss running around in a city as Sonic. I really do.
You haven't had a city in a hot minute.
That's what I'm saying. Like, like the city aesthetic with Sonic. Like it works for me, and if you're gonna do product placement, do like a New Donk City thing, I guess, where we're able to like traverse the landscapes and the skyscrapers and stuff like that. Like that would be cool. Like do it tastefully. I think that's the biggest problem. I think that's what,
As far as like Sonic locations and environments go, City Escape was a game changer. Like it's your first level of your game, and usually you're expecting it to be kind of Green Hill adjacent, and here you are in just San Francisco City, and Sonic just looks right at home there. Which is weird, because in the first movie, San Francisco looked boring as hell. Like, so congrats for the location scouts on that one. You got the best backgrounds you could possibly get. We got building that is grey, plus other grey buildings.
Yep.
Yeah, like, but yeah, like, it's not like they haven't had some product placement in recent Sonic games anyway. Like, you have the Monster Hunter stuff in Sonic Frontiers, and I thought that was tasteful enough. You got the rotisserie chicken minigame, you've got the little skins, which I'm never going to put on him, but, like, I enjoyed rotating the meat. That was cool.
Was it the Monster Hunter one?
Yeah, that's what,
I'm surprised that was never, like, I'm surprised none of that stuff was delisted, considering the Sonic collaboration in Monster Hunter Rise was delisted, or it was removed. So if you've never done that mission before, you don't have access to it. But if you've done the mission, you can party up with other people and do it. So I will have to reach out to somebody for that at some point.
I've done the missions before, so I could probably...
I have not, because I was not playing Monster Hunter, and Well, now I regret it.
You're not actually missing that much. You've got the skins, but the main mission is just they put some rings around and you just collect them in a time limit while they play the City Escape music.
Yes, but I want to go around as Sonic and Tails and all the crazy stuff in Monster Hunter Rise. I like the Monster Hunter games, and I think that would be hilarious to go through. Because you got to remember, if you follow Monster Hunter, we're now at a point where the newest game you can go around with a gun lance called the Corn Popper, and is literally just a giant piece of corn.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
So it's a very unserious franchise, but it's also fun. So I like that stuff.
You can. I mean, to be honest, make Sonic and Tails playable in any video game, and I'll probably choose to play as them over whatever other characters are there. Give me a Hi-Fi Rush mod where I can play as Sonic, and I'll be a very happy chappy. You know.
You know what? I think that's a perfect example, which is that. So I'm of two minds of these crossover things, because when I was talking to Pup this morning, I said, well, I don't know. I feel like if we took all these promotions and put them back during the 4Kids era or whatever, if I was watching Sonic X and then I saw a commercial for Sonic and Minecraft, assuming that existed back then, right? Or oh man, the new Sonic movie's coming out, and also Sonic's going to be in this app I have or whatever, I would just be like, wow, Sonic's everywhere. I love Sonic. And I think that stuff is all perfectly fine. Where I do agree with you though is kind of Crossworlds is sort of this example of because if we compare this to Monster Hunter, where you just said oh, it's very goofy, it just kind of has all these different promotions or these kind of wacky ideas, it's very unserious. But I think the thing that makes that sell and what gives that kind of soul is that there's a lot of effort put into it. There's a lot of charm and whimsy put into it. Whereas Hatsune Miku's in this game and she doesn't speak, or
speaking is a tough.
I think
that is a crime.
Yeah, and I think that's what makes it feel soulless and feel like this game kind of feels weird, where it's okay, you have all the Sonic stuff, and I like all the stuff they're doing with that, but you have all these product placements, and they do feel like product placements because they're not the characters. They don't speak. They don't act like them. They don't do anything. I mean,
it's a completely separate entity. It's not like Lego Dimensions where the characters interact and cross over, and there's a reason for them to be there. It's just hey, I've got this Sonic game. It's really great. Oh, I could get basically a demo for a SpongeBob racing game from Sonic Team. That sounds fun.
Yeah. And the courses look like they take advantage of that in ways I really like with the SpongeBob map. I really enjoy that. But again, this is the same problem that it was Nickelodeon All-Stars or whatever it was called, where when it first came out, it didn't have any of the voices, and people really loved the mechanics of that game, but it died on day one because you can't it doesn't matter if cool SpongeBob has this really cool tech and stuff and this interesting movement, and the characters are all well put together. It doesn't matter because when he hits Aang doesn't speak, and when Aang hits him, he doesn't speak.
I'll be honest, I actually thought the physics were a little weird. I felt like it was so close to Smash Brothers, but they wanted to make it slightly different, and they added the turning around mechanic, which I wasn't really a big fan of, because sometimes it was just oh, I have to manually turn myself around to go for an attack. I wasn't a big fan of that. I agree.
But I'm just saying that a lot of people were really excited about that, and it died because it couldn't reach the normie masses, because obviously, and which included me, because I bought it day one, and I played around with it, and I was like, this is fun, but who cares? Let's just play Smash where I can actually hear Sonic hit Marth, and Marth will go, ah!
Yeah, I think that's another. I think the biggest thing is that it's product placement for the sake of it. It's okay, we could get these characters, we could do this, and that's it. That's where it starts and stops. They didn't give it the due diligence or whatever, or go all the way with at least getting some voice lines. I'm not even saying that the voice actors had to do new lines, just license out older voices from the shows. I don't especially with Hatsune Miku, especially because that is a
you literally
she's a Vocaloid. Her voice is what her character is. She is the Vocaloid. The aesthetics of her are one thing, but people listen to Miku because she's a Vocaloid, pretty much.
By the way, don't you literally buy her games to make her sing songs and because she has an audio file where you just make her you have her
there is a guitar pedal.
It's in the game.
I'm not even joking. There is a guitar pedal made by Korg, and you can look this up, called the Miku Stomp. I'm not even joking. And it makes your guitar sound like Hatsune Miku. I'm not even playing with you. It is awesome.
So it'd be so smart.
Oh my god.
Miku mode, where it's just all of the music in the game will just have Miku vocals on it.
That would be awesome.
Yes,
it would probably it'd probably make the DLC cost a little more, but I think that would be worth it.
That
Well,
would
again,
be
that's soul. Like, that is personality. That is going the extra mile. Whereas the
Exactly.
way it is now, it's just like, wow, she has a cool outfit and she's here. The end.
Oh my God,
we're
there are
already spending $70 on the base game, and it's like that's the most that any Sonic game has ever like cost, like in general, right? So it's like that's another thing. If this was like a budget title where it was like $40 or $50, it's like okay, like not a fan of it, but I understand. But the fact
Right?
that this is a yes,
Is this Miku Stomp thing really $722?
yes, it is because it's
What else-
out of
what else
it's
could
out
it
of
be?
because it's out of production and it was a complete
Oh.
failure because guitar
Ah.
players were like,
Aw.
why would I? Well, think about it like this: the time it was released, the Miku Stomp, it was like guitar players like they didn't really know who she
It
was,
was
and
it
they
was
didn't
about
really
10
care.
years ago.
Yeah, they didn't really know who she
Okay.
was. It was kind of a meme pedal. It was like, this is hilarious sounding. That's what
Dang.
people kind of said. I do want
That-
one, but like that's a little out there for me. But like, yeah, it's a thing where now that Hatsune Miku has grown in popularity exponentially, people are starting to use that pedal in their own music in creative ways, and now people are like, well, shit, I want to, pick it up. And you can't. Discord, yeah.
Here's what you do. You start streaming, you get the stream elements or the whatever donation link, and you call it the Miku Stomp Fund.
Yes. 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 The Miku Stomp Fund for the Hollywood elite, please.
I mean, hey,
Yeah.
you gotta buy like
I
30 more
get it.
copies of Burning Rangers, right?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. No, I'm good with my one.
I really
But,
want that game. I tried running it through emulation, and it just doesn't run well.
Just get the Japanese version. Just get an action replay.
It's like $80 or something. That was last time I
compared
checked.
to like 900 of the American version. You know what I mean?
It's
Like,
okay, and don't
yeah.
worry, listeners. We're talking about a Sonic team developed game, so we're good.
Yes,
You know,
it's very
it's
related.
still on brand.
It's
It's on brand.
Yes. Yes.
It counts.
I was gonna say, like, did Super Monkey Ball have like Hatsune Miku DLC with like voice lines, or is it just a silent character?
I don't know.
Okay,
I
I'm
can't
looking at.
remember.
Yeah, because we were mentioning like how like it sucks that these characters don't have voice lines. It's like, oh, I wonder if Super Monkey Ball did the same thing. I'm not caught up with that one, so
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, Super Monkey Ball costs less than Crossworlds, so it's
yeah, but still, you know, they charge $5 for the DLC for every single character that they could offer. It'd be nice
Right.
to add some voice lines in it.
No, I completely agree.
I mean, the bananas are music notes, which is actually kind of cool.
That is cool. I like that.
Yep, she has voice lines. So
Oh, great. Yeah,
I don't get I don't get why it's a little hard to get them for these characters, but okay.
that is hilarious.
The minecart does have the Minecraft sounds when doing tricks. Okay, that's kind of cool. If that's true, then that's cool.
I mean, this
The
is pure
Werehog
tinfoil hat.
has
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, go on.
I was gonna say this is
So I
pure
was-
tinfoil hat, but it always sometimes feels like with Sonic, like when he's doing really bad, then it's like Sega's like, all right, we gotta fix this, and then once he's doing good again, it's like, well, it's Sonic, he'll sell, so we don't actually have to try, which is like the opposite of every other like character that's popular, where it's like, oh, it's Mario, so you really gotta make it good. It's like, oh, it's Sonic, he'll sell. We got back on track, whatever. Don't put voice
Which
lines
is
in it.
such
Who
like
cares?
I don't know. It's such
It's funny.
a backwards way of thinking because Sonic wasn't that great, wasn't selling. Like, I mean, we mentioned it last time we were all on that Superstar sold more than Mania, so it's like,
God, I will never understand. But I get it now. It's just like, man, that is
Yeah.
just mind-boggling. That is messing with me. Also, I was gonna say, I think the same way about Nintendo. When they weren't doing so well with the end of the Wii U, they got the Switch. They really they started to lock in. Now the Switch 2, it's like I feel like they've really like people will buy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hopefully they get punished for it hard. So, same with this game, honestly. If it's gonna be
Let's
like
go.
this.
Let's get rid of them. Let's get rid of them game key cards or whatever. Let's just have all of it on the cartridge.
Wow, you're
Also,
living in the
maybe-
past.
To me.
Frank.
give me just
You're damn right.
Remember when you could just
You're
put
darn
a
right. I'm
game
living
in
in the
and play
past.
it?
I love it. I love it.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
That's the reason why I collected Switch games, because the majority of them, everything was on it. Sure, some of them had updates, but that's fine. But
Oh,
you
yeah.
could still play the game.
Oh yeah, I mean, like stuff like this is why, like, or just like data leaks and stuff is why, like, I was like, you know what? I think it's time. that because I've got like 9 years of photos on my phone of like family pictures and just like school and stuff like that. I'm like, I think it's finally time to print these off as physical prints because it just feels like any day something digital you own is just going to be taken away from you. So
Yeah.
Now, if
But,
we could make some kind of affordable
like-
super disc.
Like I would just, it was the reason why I imported stuff. Like when the Ninja Gaiden trilogy came out on Nintendo Switch, I imported that one because I knew that it was going to get a physical release somewhere, and I wanted it. And same goes with a bunch of other games. With the whole game key card thing, it's kind of like I really don't feel like doing it.
no, absolutely.
Just doesn't have the same appeal, does it?
No, it doesn't. Like, I have to sit, wait for it to download, so I'm taking up space on an SD card when I could just have it load off the cartridge. It's not the same.
Yeah, it ain't the same. But I mean, speaking of kind of Sonic brand deals, so obviously we've had the conclusion, at least of like the first half of one anyway, and that is DCX Sonic. DCX Sonic is now over for the time being, and it's coming back in 2026. But like, if you consider, I guess like season or volume, like Volume 1 is done basically. So who's read it here?
I have.
And what
I have
do you
not
think?
finished it.
Yeah. So I've done a few podcasts on it, 2 podcasts on it with my co-host, the Silver Ace 01 for Sonic Comic Chaos. So shameless plug, you can go listen to that. But we talked about it. But yeah, with the first issue, I was kind of in this hesitant state of like, okay, this is fun enough, but when's the story gonna happen? Well, surely that'll be after when we did all the classic tropes outside of the characters fighting each other, so hopefully this will be good. And it was basically just kind of more of the same for the entire run, and it just really didn't take advantage of its premise, and by the end it was just kind of a bunch of nothing. I really didn't feel anything one way or the another about it, and I kind of came away from it just being like, yeah, that was a thing that happened, which I don't think is what they wanted me to feel. I would hope they would want me to feel like, man, that was awesome. So, that's kind of where I stand on it. I felt like it was very, very underwhelming. So,
yeah, I wanted to love it because obviously I'm quite a DC guy, and obviously I'm a Sonic guy as well, as two hyperfixations coming together effectively. But like, it was alright. Like it was fine. It was just alright. Like, and it's not like bad. Like, I think, as you say, it's just kind of underwhelming. I think the biggest problem with the whole thing is that, like, we've kind of... Ian, I think you put it really well when you said, like, these are kind of not the versions of the characters to do this kind of thing with.
are you talking about Sonic or with the DC cast?
Yeah, with Sonic.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because obviously the way I was kind of talking about it with one of my friends, was I was like, if I was a DC guy and I was reading this, and it's like, oh, my little cousin or brother loves Sonic, or I used to play Sonic. I wonder what he's up to. If I read this, I would be like, oh, so Sonic's for like babies, like 5-year-olds, like actual children, because nothing in this would ever imply to you outside of like the one scene with Shadow, which any sane person reading this is just gonna chuck away because it never goes anywhere. You're just gonna have the scene where he's like, wow, you had someone die. It's like, oh, so I guess Shadow's like Sonic's Batman. That's kind of cute. And then the rest of it is just little plushies smacking against each other and beating up other characters. And we go to the Sonic world and it's like, wow, what kind of villains does the Sonic have? I haven't played Sonic in a while, Oh, who's this red guy? He looks like a little weird Bowser Jr. plushie thing. Oh, okay. What are these little guys? These little wisps? Oh, are these like little keychains or something? Oh, okay. Oh, Eggman. Eggman's in this. I know who Eggman is, and that's it. So,
it's the Death Egg robot. What? That's not how it looks.
yeah.
I don't remember it looking like that.
Yeah. So like everything about it just makes it feel like Sonic is something you would buy at your like Scholastic book fair and nothing else. Which obviously Sonic is for kids, but like it feels like it's made for like Sonic used to feel like it was made for families and sometimes even I would say for young teens or whatever. But now this really feels like it's made for like little kids, not for like the whole family, And I don't know. I just genuinely, like, by the end of it, I just felt like, man, Sonic is really boring, isn't he? so that's kind of where I came at it from. And the DC cast, by the end of it, I was like, wow, man, I really want to get back into Superman because I remember he has kind of these values and these things that he can actually talk about with Knuckles, and Knuckles can, instead of instead of Knuckles actually having a conversation with Superman, he just says, "Wow, cow, a bummer," you know. So...
The thing I find interesting is how, like, these characters are kind of like, they start off in conversation with one another. Like, they each have a little something to say to each other, in a way. Like,
yeah,
you know, like Green Lantern and Silver, they admire each other. Amy and Wonder Woman, they admire each other because they share similar values and stuff.
Amy and Wonder Woman, their interactions live rent-free in my head.
Yeah, none of them.
The only one where...
She's
the only
her car, guys. Don't worry.
That is the only part of it that lives rent free in my head.
It's because the art's great. Like the crossover has very like screen capable moments. Like when Wonder Woman like picks up Amy like a plushie and like has her like sit on her jacked arms or whatever. Like that's all really cute and sweet and stuff. And you know take a little screen cap, you put it on your phone, you go, wow, this is adorable. I love Amy Rose, haha. And then you never
just
think
don't
about
share it
ever
online because they'll tell you don't share these images online because it's copyrighted. Yeah, but I'm sure they'd feel the same way about the comics.
But
I'm sure Sega would feel the same way.
But like the Flash and Sonic, okay, they're competitive, and Batman and Shadow, they're broody, but they don't go any further than that ever. Like it's 5 issues and they'll never go further. Like there's no discussion of how like Shadow is quite, you know, he'll destroy people if he has to, while Batman is strictly non-lethal. There's no kind of conversation about like heritage between Superman and Knuckles. You know, like obviously like the Kryptonian stuff kind of relates to Angel Island stuff. There's nothing going on between Tails and Cyborg but exposition. Like for the entire 5 issues, they exist purely to exposit. And then like Sonic and the Flash are just one joke repeated across 5 issues, and it doesn't get any funnier after issue 1. And the thing about it is, like, we kind of talked about, like, how issue 3, 4, and even 2, like, there's a lot of just one-shotting. Like, so, like, a character, a really cool hero character meets a really cool villain character, and in a page, the villain character's disposed of. But that's the thing. There's never a point where it's like, could the villains actually win? Could things actually go wrong? There's no... Like, the comic doesn't even really acknowledge the possibility of things going wrong with this. And neither do you as the reader. I think the reaction they wanted from us was, yeah, look at those heroes go! Yeah! But there is zero tension at all. And even down to the fact that, like, so obviously Sonic these days, like, he has to be cocky. Like, this isn't like Archie anymore. He has to be cheery, he has to be cocky, and he has to be up to any challenge, basically. And it's like, we're on the final issue now, so you'd expect, you know, pre-final battle, stakes have never been higher, these characters could actually lose, right? But no, they start it off backslapping each other, while Sonic says to Superman, this is just an ordinary day for us. And it's like, is there even an attempt to, like, make any of this engaging, you know? And it's one thing that, like, the Sonic cast, obviously, I think, look a little less flattering than the DC cast, but the thing is, you don't hear anything about Bruce Wayne or Clark Kent or Diane Prince. No. We don't even know which Flash that is. We don't know if it's Barry or Wally or what. Like, probably Wally based on kind of his sense of humor, surely. And his costume design is a bit more Wally-coded, but we don't know which Flash this is. we only know Jon Stewart because the Green Lanterns look distinctive. But, like, we don't know if this is Wally or Barry. It's never mentioned. We don't really go into the past of the character. And, like, obviously, the Sonic gang, it's like, they all get the chance to step into the shoes of the superheroes and are so hyper-competent at it that it almost feels insulting to the DC characters, both the ones they're up against and replacing. And it's just like, this has been a thing, though, for Sonic in the recent years. It's just nothing phases any of these characters. So you never really buy into how dire the stakes are. You've got a story here where Darkseid is trying to get the Chaos Emeralds to make his own dimension, and it doesn't matter. There's no sense of this impacting either of the two worlds. There's also 2 sets of Chaos Emeralds for some reason as well. And that final issue is so abrupt. Like, the battle just kind of stops, and then everything is back to normal, even a time reset.
Well, and I think what's unfortunate, right, is that you look at it, and maybe someone would say, well, it's like, well, with all these characters, you really don't have the time to do this. And let's say that's all true. So I just watched The Bad Guys 2. No spoilers for that movie. But if you've ever seen The Bad Guys 1, that story has like a very it has a very emotional center at it with the group of the bad guys as a group, and specifically between like Wolf and Snake and their dynamics and their friendship and how it breaks apart and comes back together, all that kind of stuff. Bad Guys 2 is obviously after all the stuff that happened in that movie, and so therefore, since the gang is a cohesive unit, they don't really have any interpersonal drama, and so the movie just decides we're not going to give them any interpersonal drama. We're just going to have them be who they are, and they're going to go on a really fucking cool adventure. I mean, freaking cool adventure. They're going to go on a really freaking cool adventure with crazy action scenes and crazy set pieces and funny, like, witty dialogue and just constant go, 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 go. It just never stops. It never lets you breathe in the best way possible. And you want to root for them. You want to see them overcome and stuff. And if you want to do something like that, if you want to tell a story where it's like, nah, we just don't have time to go into like have a main character who has an emotional arc or something. It's like, you can do that, but it needs to be really fun. And nothing
the
about
action
this
needs to be amazing, but there's not a single fight in this that's memorable.
No, nothing in it's memorable outside of like the initial interactions, because after that, as you said, it's all the same thing. I mean, for goodness sake, Sonic fights Darkseid in this as Super Sonic. That should be crazy. But when Darkseid like headbutts Super Sonic in the head or whatever, the panel is like, it's just at the bottom. It's kind of like a little square or whatever. And he's like, you're a featherweight god. And I'm like, Sonic, shut up. Who cares? You know, like,
but it's
nothing
also like,
about
how much
that.
more engaging would that fight be if he managed to hurt Super Sonic? Part of what made Knuckles so cool when we first saw him was how he could punch the Chaos Emeralds out of Sonic, and that this was actually quite a shake-up. This was the inciting incident of that adventure. But now it's like someone punches Super Sonic and it's like, but we have to think Sonic is so awesome and can never fail. So he's just like, that didn't even hurt, lol. And it's like, this is Darkseid. What do you mean to tell me Knuckles can punch him out of his super form, but Darkseid can't?
Well, again, you can do, because, like, if they just wanted to be like, screw it, they're just fighting, it's cool, whatever. It's like, okay, could you make it cool, though? Like, actually cool. Like, read, like, one shonen manga and just steal anything from that. Because here's how you do that. You have Darkseid hit Super Sonic, and he goes flying back, and you expect Sonic to say something, and maybe he, like, holds his hand, and it's like, you know, Darkseid looks at him across the page, and you have Super Sonic, and then it just zooms in on Super Sonic. You use harsh black shading, and he looks between his hands, and he smirks a little bit, and then Darkseid gets mad. There you go. And then they charge each other. That's all you have to do. Do something actually cool. There is nothing cool about a tiny panel of him getting headbutted and he goes, "Say you're a featherweight god." What does that mean? That doesn't mean anything. Shut up, Sonic. Like, just do something cool.
It's just Sonic belittling the villain because you're supposed to go, "Yay, good guys!" But, like, without a threat from the villain, without the villains getting an upper hand at any point, I'm not interested in the heroes because they're just going to do it anyway, and they know they're going to do it, so what do I care, you know? Like, this isn't my issue. I should just be out of this thing. Like, you can still have Sonic be that kind of static character that's kind of known from a lot more Japanese media and still have him acknowledge a challenge. He does it in Sonic X plenty. Like, he can still respond to things.
He does it in a lot of the games. Like, he just stops talking. That's so Sonic doesn't talk that much, actually. You know, like, a lot of his one-liners and stuff come from just that he knows a lot of the people he's fighting. But, like, you know, or he has, like, he finally, like, the point of, like, at the end of Sonic Adventure, when he gives his little speech about chaos and how it's only gonna hurt him or whatever, is that you feel like, oh, whoa, Sonic knows a lot more than he lets on, because Sonic hasn't talked about any of that stuff the entire game, right? So the moment when they're like, here's Sonic, here's the plan, we're gonna lock up Chaos or whatever and seal him away, and Sonic's just like, well, actually, if we do that, that'll actually not work, and then it ties into the song and how the song and all the lyrics and stuff, it ties into the themes of the game, and so you feel like, oh wow, Sonic, he actually knows a lot more than he lets on, and that
you
feels
see a new
impactful
side to him. And
you see any side of it. So again, that's why I pitched the idea of like the Darkseid thing, where it's like, oh yeah, Super Sonic, he's just gonna fight Darkseid, it's gonna be fun. Darkseid hits him, and he doesn't react, or he doesn't say anything. He doesn't say anything cocky, but he looks confident. He's like, okay, but I'm gonna grit my teeth and go, and that makes Darkseid mad. And you go, yes, that's so fucking cool. You know, like it's not that complicated. But it seems like most of the time, what they want to do with Sonic is they just want him to, he talks, right? He's like the Flash, right? He's gonna be talky and quippy and all that stuff. And this is really not who Sonic is if we're going with, like, the Japanese side. And if we go with the game side, at least make his quips funny or engaging, you know?
Also, all this stuff we kind of, like, touched upon in issue 4. Like, Green Lantern using the Wisp powers in his ring. And, well, that was basically the only real idea that was explored. But, like, also, Blaze. Could we not have factored that into the final fight? Like, in some way. Like, Wonder Woman meets Blaze just so she can give her a Chaos Emerald. And that's it. Like, could she not have factored into the final battle? It's like, we need as many heroes as we could get. Nah, we got enough. Don't worry about it. Both these teams will be fine. And, I mean, to be fair, I don't blame them for thinking that, since no one has had any difficulty doing anything at all over the course of 5 issues. It's like the heroes just go from A to B with ease. And it's a fetch quest to collect Chaos Emeralds with no, like, emotional ties to anything. Like, maybe we could kind of see what a person like Batman thinks of these things that can turn thoughts to power. What he could bring back his parents because he's all about that, Like, you could have, Superman explore the possibility of using the Chaos Emeralds to defeat Darkseid and becoming Superman, because, come on, that was right there, guys.
Well, I mean, also, that would be a great joke. And 2, in the finale, they seem to realize, like, well, oh, wait a minute. We didn't have Sonic or Superman do, like, literally anything together. That's not good. So they just put, like, a couple panels where, like, when, like, Darkseid's defeated, Superman and Super Sonic are back-to-back, as if that means anything.
These two have interacted so much over the course of these 5 issues. I really like the part where they, like, looked in each other's direction.
Yeah, I don't think they even ever share, like, a moment where it's like, oh yeah, like a, not a wink to the audience, but, like, presentationally revealing, like, yeah, Sonic's the main character of Sonic, and Superman effectively is the main character of the DC universe, right? And these two characters have, like, a presence to them. They have a value to them. They have something that Sonic's gang look up to him, and the Justice League look up to Superman. Obviously, they're equals, they're in a team and stuff. But obviously, these characters carry more weight. There's none of that. If you read this, you would just be like, oh, Sonic's just like... If anything, you would believe Shadow's the main character of Sonic, because he actually has anything to talk about.
I was saying, like, some different character matchups that could be more interesting. Like, maybe we could see, like, Jet being all boastful about how he's the fastest boy in the world, and then the Flash comes in and just absolutely schools him. I was saying we could have had Cyborg versus Sage could have been really interesting, because both of them can, like, tap into digital frequencies and stuff like that. And people were like, why would you want to see Cyborg, a grown man, beat up a little girl? And I was like, well, I'm not suggesting this be like the way the comic is right now, where it's just, yeah, here's a villain, here's a hero, boop, villain disposed of. I was thinking more like a Baby Doll-esque storyline. Batman the Animated Series with Baby Doll, and she's very much this woman that's kind of trapped in her very young visage. Like, she has, like, a developmental kind of condition that causes her to stay as a child, and she's kind of been lamenting all the things she missed out on as an adult, and how she kind of lashed out because of that and turned to crime, and Batman kind of has to talk her down. You could have a story that frames Sage as a sympathetic character that Cyborg can kind of work with, but she's an obstacle, That could have been a really cool story, but they just pair these characters up with their most obvious counterparts, and it's completely uninteresting. It's like, if you've ever at any point wanted to see DC characters and Sonic characters interact, you've seen a better version of this story in your head at some point. Like, you can... Everything that's here is the first thing that would come to mind with no elaboration.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. That's the best. Yeah, that is the best way to put this crossover. Oh my gosh. Put that in your video. Go back and change it.
Yeah. We'll save it for
perfect.
DCX Sonic 2. Maybe...
You're absolutely right.
Well, see, the next one, like, I'm thinking about the things I wanted to... I think it would actually be so clever if Sonic met Crackle. Like, they mentioned him at the start. It would be so funny if Sonic met Crackle and the two just didn't get along. Or maybe the two are incredibly respectful of each other. Either could be fun. But I'm kind of hoping the next one would have, like... I don't know, maybe Lex Luthor and Dr. Robotnik accidentally summon Batmite and Mr. Mixius Pitalik, and Batmite's just like, oh, what a boring past 5 issues. I would have done it this way. And then you can kind of do the meta stuff, and Batmite is in charge of the narrative now, as well as Mr. Mixius Pitalik. Can you tell which one of those two I prefer? But, like, you got kind of the DC Cosmic Silver Age stuff, because I feel like that would bode so much better with Sonic than this kind of... Then the kind of, like, the Justice League fully assembled Darkseid kind of cataclysmic events stuff. Like, there's too much to cram in here. There's especially too much to cram into 5 issues. And if ever you want the comic's very own head-down acceptance of this, it's at the start of issue 5, where the characters are talking about things we never saw happen. So during the universe swap thing, Sonic is like, oh, I faced off a few of your rogues, Flash, but then I met that guy. It's like, no, we never saw you meet the rogues. And Amy's like, the girls at Themyscira are so nice. It's like, we never saw you meet those. What are you talking about? And it's like, if you're going to refer back to those things, you kind of want to make sure that you're not just kind of narrative gaslighting the audience, you know? Like...
Yeah, well, and I mean, with Amy and Wonder Woman especially, like, again, it's just like, well, what is their dynamic? They're cool with each other, and it's like, man, that sucks.
They get
Real quick.
along.
Yeah, they get along. Can I rant about Shadow really fast?
Yeah, go for it.
Go for it.
All right, real quick. So this, I hate this man because, man, I hate Shadow because they set up in the first issue. He's the only character who gets a real scene, which is him talking to Batman. And I really wanted to be good faith and say that at the time, it was because, one, we want to work around the fact that Shadow is stupid now in the comics, and he does not know that working with teams can make things better. That is literally what he says. He says, what does working with a team do? And I go, I don't know, maybe ask Team Dark. But, whatever, he's stupid, he doesn't remember things. So regardless, so he talks to Batman, and Batman convinces him, not that, like, working with a team is, like helpful for emotional support or it can make you better. It is literally, he just convinces him that it can be useful. So again, Shadow's an idiot. So regardless, you set that up. So you would think, right, that Shadow's going to get any amount of character stuff in the story. He does not. He has one moment whenever the planets get destroyed where he's like, wow, Maria, did I goof? And never come back to that. And so what that means is that all that good faith I gave that scene of like, maybe this is going somewhere. No, that scene, the only reason Shadow of all the characters gets anything, any character stuff, anything at all, is only because we have to justify why he works with other people, because he is a toddler who doesn't know how to interact with people. So that's why that's in there. It's not for anything good. It is just because Shadow is that hard to work with, and I absolutely hate him. And I hate that in the finale he shows up and he's like, wow, Batarangs couldn't be me, and that's his story.
Yeah, like, there's no kind of going into, like, the non-lethal versus the lethal between Batman and Shadow. You don't even get, like, side characters. You get a villain, maybe, if you're lucky, but there's no Rouge Catwoman, if anyone wanted that, which a lot of people did. And, like, you could tell by all the fan art of the idea that there was at the time this whole thing was announced. Like, there's nothing of that at all. And yet, Shadow, it's a tough tightrope to walk with Shadow, because obviously, he's a bit of a loner, he's a bit of an introvert, and you can do that in dignified ways, as we've seen in Shadow Generations' Dark Beginnings. But then there are so many other versions, like, just get your head in the game, you sad act. Like, you're not cool, alright? Like, when you're like this. You're not cool, you're just sad. And, like, Dylan pointed out, why does Shadow always say he doesn't have time for this, when it's like, what do you actually do?
What do you do? You don't have friends, apparently.
Yeah, like, what, are you gonna go to your other friend's birthday party? Go hang out with your cool new pals? Like, what are you gonna do?
I don't have time for this. All I ever do is not stop Dr. Eggman. Oh, wait a minute. Come on. It's absurd. It's
But
so
then,
bad.
him teaming up with Batman, what does he learn from that? Don't use your powers, use gadgets instead. It's like, what?
Yeah, use gadgets instead. Yeah.
He never even questions this. He's just like, here's my little bat grenades. Pew pew. It's like, what? What are you doing? Come on. And I know people are gonna say.
Go ahead.
I know people are gonna say this was always just gonna be a fairly disposable crossover. What do you expect? My answer to that is it doesn't have to be. It really doesn't have to be. But also, as I say in the video, if my expectations are different, all that will change is my tone. That will literally be it. If I expected this to be kind of bad, I'm not going to be like, it's suddenly got tension. It's suddenly a really engaging read. That's not going to miraculously happen just because my expectations are different. That's not how it works.
Come on, guys. It was doomed to be consumed once, and then I never think about it again. I love that.
This should be memorable, man. It's DC meets Sonic. But, I mean, the truth is, or maybe the truth, just my opinion is, I think a lot of people would have just been happier with Spider-Man and Sonic.
Oh yeah.
Then we could have focused.
Absolutely. That would have been
Like, there's
way more fun, in my opinion. By the way, sorry for leaving for a little bit. My graphics driver on my PC was like going haywire, so I restarted it. Now I'm good. Everything's good. Can you hear me okay?
We can.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
It's just
Do I
nice to
sound
hear your
okay?
dulcet tones.
Oh, thank you.
For we love and we share on Sunset City.
But
Love and
I've
love and
always
share.
thought love,
Love, love, love.
live,
Share,
laugh,
share,
and
share.
love and share. Yeah. I I think because DC X Sonic, like you said, it was always going to be kind of like this like surface level, like, oh, these characters are like together, and all this other stuff. Um, I think the biggest problem is that besides like the surface level stuff, no one really relates to anyone that much with each other, so there isn't really a lot to talk about. Yeah, like aside from possibly like Shadow and Batman, because they both come from tragic, stories where they lost like loved ones and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
like even then, like Shadow's arc plays so much differently in the grand scheme of things than Batman's does. And
Yeah, Batman doesn't
I
have a Black Doom.
yeah, Batman isn't like a child to an alien and then like figures that out later, and all that
I
other
can't
stuff.
remember who commented
doesn't
this,
have
but
to
I think
be.
there's a. I can't remember who commented this, so I really do apologize for just taking your idea here. But like, someone commented on one of my videos, like, how cool would it be if there was like a standalone story of Batman has arrived in like Westopolis or something and discovered that Black Doom is trying to revive himself, and Batman has to stop that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so cool. I would like to see Shadow versus the Riddler as well. Shadow versus the Riddler would be so cool.
Yeah, I think because the biggest reason as to why there's a lot of crossover between Sonic and Spider-Man is because like they both hold the same kind of like ideals, give or take, right? I feel like there's
Yeah, and
much
they're both very
more.
kinetic.
They're both kinetic. They're both like young and all that other stuff, and like, and
They
that's the
thrive
thing.
on
Like,
striking designs.
yes, like, and that's the thing is that there would be way more, I guess, like genuine like heartfelt conversation, I think, between Sonic and Spider-Man than like Sonic and the Flash, and like that was the one thing is that like the Sonic and the Flash, at least for most of this run, just kind of just dicked around with each other. It was just like, I'm the fastest, no I am. I'm not saying that was
And
entirely,
it gets old
but like,
so quick. No, but it
like at
is
first I was
entirely
like,
that, to be
okay,
fair.
this is. At first I was like, this is cute, this is cool, like,
Yeah.
yeah, like let Sonic be confident, like that's cool. But then like after like the fifth time, I'm just like, is there anything else y'all want to talk about? Is there anything else?
Especially
y'all
when
wanna
it's
do?
all nonsense. This is sorry, Sonic guys. Respect
No,
your elders.
but the Flash
Justice
is
League will
like-
obliterate you.
Yes, the Flash alone is like is faster than anyone in the Sonic universe. Not even a question.
Again,
Like,
well, that's where I say like it feels like you would read this and be like, oh, this is for like babies, because you'd be like, oh, the idea is that like Sonic is like a baby who thinks he's faster than Flash because he's dumb and a baby. Like, these are baby characters.
The thing is also factually, Sonic is not faster than the Flash. It's like they can
No,
they
that's
can
what
show
we're
him
saying,
beat
yeah.
Reverse Flash all he wants. He's not. Flash refers to the speed of light. Sonic refers to the speed of sound. Light is
Sound.
faster than sound. End of story. Flash
Yeah.
wins. Like that's
Yeah.
like maybe it could have
Like,
been a
don't
good
even
story.
indulge in this nonsense.
I've
Yeah.
never
Yeah,
seen. I've
maybe
never
it could have been a good story. Sonic accepting that there's someone who just is faster than him out there in the multiverse.
Yeah, or not only that, but like I guess like working together to like, because like it's like a thing where it's like they could have played to strengths and weaknesses, for both, and
Yeah.
they didn't really do that. Like since like everyone's the hero, it kind of just like again, it's very surface level, and I think it like I think the reason why crossovers are so special is because we get to see these characters interact, but again, we get to see these characters interact. If we only see them interact at a very like basic, like it's almost like a playground type of scenario. Like you're in elementary school and your friend is the Flash and you're Sonic and you're making this up,
No,
Like-
I have to be just as fast. I'm Sonic, but I'm just as fast as the Flash.
Well, hey, real crazy idea. So if Sonic's whole thing is like a lot of Sonic stories are not about him being like a hero or anything. They're kind of just about him going from place to place and just helping people out because he happens to be there, which he mentions. We just kind of do what we want. And Sonic
Yeah.
represents mostly the wind, right? And Flash more represents like
course.
lightning, and he represents speed and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Sonic's speed Sonic is not supposed to represent speed itself. He's supposed to represent, again, like the wind and representing like just kind of living your life. So hey, crazy idea. I know I don't know if we can do this. What if Flash and Sonic just got along, liked each other, and we just showed that they both have really interesting ways that they embody speed and
They
freedom.
could have both been a
and that's it.
thunderstorm. They could have both
Yeah,
been
like
like
Sonic-
the most powerful thunderstorm. Sonic would have been the clouds, and Flash would have been the lightning. Like that's why I don't
Yeah,
like
or
the
like
whole
Flash-
lightning aesthetic for Sonic nowadays. Like the whole like the movies.
It's
the movie side
overused
of
for
things.
speedsters as well. It's just like, oh, we've got a fast character, put lightning on him. But like with
Yeah.
Sonic, like and the Flash, what they could have kind of done is like how, okay, the Flash kind of embodies speed and justice. Sonic embodies joy. You know, like you could see kind of
Yeah.
Yes.
how these two come
and
together
hope,
and create
yeah.
something special. Even though Sonic has to kind of, it's a tough pill to swallow for him, but the Flash is faster than he is, and we kind of see a new
Or he just
quality
doesn't
in
care.
Sonic, a new. Yeah, or maybe
Yeah.
he doesn't care about that. But I kind of also like the idea that, you know, they could part ways on a really respectful note, shake hands, and afterwards Sonic's like, "Pff, what a loser," and then walks away.
It's like, he's just like,
Yeah.
man, like this is some
Could be
this is some
funny. Yeah,
bullshit."
for sure.
Yeah, and like and also
the
like
the
Sonic
third
would
issue,
have a
looking
leg
back
up.
as well.
Mhm.
Sorry. The third issue,
No.
as well, though, is literally Sonic the Hedgehog, what a joke, puts the Flash's costume on in his honor.
That is funny. That's hilarious. I was gonna say, oh my gosh, I lost my train of thought. Crap. Give me a second.
Sorry.
Because no, it's okay. It happens a lot on this show. I've noticed. There's a lot of like,
It's me.
it's like the wheel is spinning, but the hamster's dead. You know, that's my mind a lot of
Oh,
times.
no.
You know, it's like that's just how it works.
That's like the
Um,
worst way you could make it sound. Like, that is, like... I don't know if
You
you're
could
trying
have
to
said
play
that-
that down or not, but, like, that's horrible.
Yeah. No,
You could have
it's-
just
it's
said
fine.
the lights are on, but nobody's home.
Yeah, no. I think mine's funnier. I'm sorry, Frank.
It is
It is-
funnier.
it
It's
is
just
Yeah.
I was not expecting
I'm
it.
glad
I'm
you
sorry.
said it.
I'm sorry to be funnier. No, I'm kidding.
It's our PG rating.
But
again.
no. Oh, I remember now. It's like, and there's also
PG,
like
brother.
a case. There's also like a case where Sonic does have a leg up on Flash because he can transform into Super Sonic. You know, like
Yeah.
the Flash is
Yes.
like that's his abilities, and he gets better at his abilities. But that's where it kind of starts and stops, like literally, like plateaus. Like it's basically the Flash tapping into more of the power that he's already had, but just didn't know that he had yet, like the Speed Force and phasing through walls because you're juking out atoms, which is a crazy concept but super cool. And
Flash is honestly
but, like-
OP as hell these days.
it's OP.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's a thing where it should be very difficult to do. If you have a very like hard, like if you have a very like overpowered superpower, that should be like a thing where it's like no, it takes a lot of energy out of the hero to execute.
Yeah,
I
it's
think.
why, though, I call such BS on, like, Sonic beating Reverse Flash. It's like, I know
Oh,
these
yes.
pair-ups are done for fun's sake. I get it. Don't think about it too much. But I think the difference between something that's fun and something that's good is for one of them, I don't have to turn my brain off. I don't think I should have to completely turn my brain off,
And I
even
think
if
it's-
this
yeah.
thing is kind of presented as being kind of dumb. But, like,
think
sometimes
it's
when I'm
kinda
looking at
crazy-
how... Go on.
Oh, I was gonna say, I think it's kind of crazy that a lot of people questioned Batman beating Metal Sonic as easily as he did, but as easily as he did, but didn't question Sonic beating Reverse Flash, really. At least not en masse, you know. Like I saw like the Metal Sonic versus Batman fight be like memed, you know, to hell and back, but
Plus,
no
the
one
way
really-
the Flash beats Zavok demonstrates a complete misunderstanding of the story of Sonic Lost World. And to be fair, I'm not even mad about that. But, like, the Flash kicks the conch away and runs away. And that's how he defeats him. It's like, who knows what manner of violence they're going to unsheath upon the Lost Hex now. Thanks, Flash. And Sonic's just like, whoa, dude, that was so cool.
I think it is so funny that, because I don't know if this was intentional, but I love that there's a backhanded insult to like Sonic in Lost World where he's talking to the Flash and he's like, "Oh, what'd you do when he had like the conch or whatever?" It's like, "Well, what else was I gonna do? I took it, right?" And he's like, "Haha, yeah." And it's like, you know, and then I defeated him or whatever. And it's just like, Sonic, you did the same thing and it made everything worse. So it's like, oh, that's obviously what you should do.
that
With
is
how hyper competent Sonic is often portrayed in these Sega things these days, sometimes Sega just feels like that one kid that's like, this is my character. He is very, very powerful. He has all the powers. He can punch, kick, run. He never cries. Nothing is very difficult for him. He's got all of the powers. He's very talented. He can sing good. He can also make good cooking. He can also hack
He's my
electronics
boyfriend.
with his forehead. Like,
he's also great at running a hotel. you know, and,
Yeah,
and
he's also
great at teaching
spectacular
at a
at-
schoolhouse. Yeah.
No, but it does feel like that when you make them so hyper competent at stuff. It's like, guys, no one loves a character because they're powerful. Like, let's be completely real here. You don't love Superman because he's powerful.
No, it's about
No,
what that power means. You know?
Yeah, and also
Well, it's
like,
because
just,
he laughs, he loves, he gets scared, he screws up all the time, but that's what makes him human, and that's
Oh
his
yeah, but that
greatest
power
strength.
is important to the
So
contrast
true.
of that. You know, obviously.
and that's very punk rock.
True,
of you,
but
Pup.
without the humanity, it would mean nothing.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Yes.
and that's the new punk rock, as they say, right? Pup?
That's the real punk rock.
The real punk. Yeah. That Superman movie, the new one that just came out, was fantastic. I
love it with all of my heart. Ian hated it.
Yeah, I did.
Really? Oh wow! I
thought it was
loved it.
I thought it was quite bad.
I think.
Wait, you actually
the
thought it was
only
quite
thing is
bad?
just-
I gave it a 3. So, yeah,
Wow.
3 out of 5, right?
10.
Bold.
3 out of 10.
I thought it was
Dang.
I
really
did hate it.
Now here's what I'll tell you
That is-
eventually. What I did right after though, I read Superman smashes the Klan and Superman up in the sky, and I went, yes, this is Superman. So I do like
I know
Superman.
that the Klan are bad, but he didn't have to do that to them. I
He
feel
didn't
like
have
that's
to
crossing a line.
smash.
All right.
But no. But
Like, by all means, get
we,
violent, but let's not do that.
we can talk about it afterwards. But
Great,
Yeah,
great. The
well, I'm
reason Podbean wouldn't monetize us was because they feared we promoted violence, and I just said, by all means, get
Don't say it
violent.
again.
Next week's episode will be better. Don't worry.
But
uh,
no, that's great. I won't be here for much longer just because I got band practice in a little bit. But yeah, the DC Sonic stuff. I don't know. It was not really something I really got into fully because it just seemed very surface level. And I know it's like it's
I don't
not
know how to
for
get
me.
into it. It's a shallow
It's like-
pool.
Yeah, my feet are in there, and that's it.
It's physically impossible to get too deep into this. And I resent that. I can't swim without any water.
Yeah, I just think like the interactions and the, I guess, overall explanations as to how things transpired, like they definitely could have been a lot better. I would have been fine if it was like at the very end of this whole series they just cut to like a couple of kids on a playground and it's like they're like, you know, they're role playing this. You know what I mean? Like that would have actually been like
Now
all
it
right,
doesn't
like,
even matter.
yeah. Now it doesn't matter, and also like yeah, this is exactly what it kind of sounded like, which was just kind of like a dream kind of like collab thing and nothing more, nothing
It was a
less.
have your cake and eat it thing, wasn't it? With the whole, like, it's reset time, but they can still remember it. And in Tails, like in the Generations rewrite, tells you not to overthink it. But it's like, Tails, mate, I'm gonna think, because I respect the writing, okay? Ian, stop making
Yeah.
Tails tell the audience to not overthink things. We're going to. It's called respecting the writing.
well, and so real quick, I've always I know with like a lot of these stories, right? You know, it's the idea of like it's like, oh, we'll just enjoy it, right? And then, you know, the thing you could say is like, well, what do you want me to turn off my brain? And I've always said with every piece of media, it's not that you should turn off your brain, you should tune your brain. Tune it to like what is because, you know, with every story, like the artist has an intent behind it and they have an idea. So for example, you know, in Lilo and Stitch, there's a lot of moments where characters are doing pretty violent things, but they're not actually in danger because tonally you're supposed to know this is a joke, or you're supposed to know that like I don't know, when Gantu kidnaps Lilo and he like is flipping around the container and they're literally ramming into a ship. You're not supposed to think Lilo should be like paint splattered across like her little cell in there because she's a cartoon character and we know tonally she's fine. The real scary thing is we need to save Lilo. That's the point of the film. So, you know, so you tune your brain to that. You don't just go, oh, well, the movie just doesn't want me to think. It's like, no, the movie is expecting you to understand it's a cartoon and these are the stakes we're dealing with. Same thing with
Lilo
this. With this story,
splattered like paint. Do you hear yourself, Ian? What is this?
Oh, don't repeat it.
well, don't repeat it. Yeah. But with this story, obviously, what they want you to feel is they just want you to go along with it. We're just having fun. We're just trying to have like kooky action scenes and just like ridiculous, you know, splash pages or whatever, or like one-shotting the characters. And that can be fine, but then it needs like you need to give me a reason to like it. Like there needs to be that tone, or there needs to be that feeling of like, it's like, yeah, I like, it feels good that Flash one-shotted Reverse Flash, and I actually did think that was one of the few ones that was good because he used chaos control and kind of warped time and space. I thought that was pretty good. But just something with like Batman versus Metal Sonic, I think it would be way more effective for most people if it's like, oh, he sends the Batmobile, or he sends the Bat motorcycle after Metal Sonic. Metal Sonic dodges that immediately. Oh, one machine, you can't, do whatever. And then he sends the Batmobile after him. And then the Bat helicopter comes and starts shooting at him. And Metal Sonic's dodging and dodging and dodging. And now he's using like every single one of his weapons. And he just like runs him over with the Bat tank, grabs the Chaos Emerald, gets out of there, and Metal Sonic gives chase. So it's like, oh, Metal Sonic had to fight like every single one of Batman's gadgets, and he still got up and chased after him. Batman just needed one little lick in so he could get the Emerald and get out of there. Because that's how Batman does. He's really smart. He really thinks things through. So you go, yes, that's a Batman moment. Cool.
The other question is, like, why Batman versus Metal Sonic and not Flash versus Metal Sonic? Why is it Flash versus Zavok, which might also be the most boring, dull confrontation in the history of anything ever? He just runs up, kicks a punch, and runs away. It's awful.
Well, actually, literally think about that. Yeah, too. If you gave Batman Zavok, that would actually be a funny contrast because you have this dark, brooding Batman, and you could like do like some really funny shading with him, and then you have Zavok, who's big plushy man, and it's just like, "Hello, I am Zavok," and then just have Batman punch him in the face. Like you could just do so much like fun stuff, and it just feels like it only hits the surface level,
To be honest, better yet, stop using Zavok. Just stop using Zavok.
Have to.
Use something
the
else.
other characters don't exist. I'm sorry, Channel Pup.
Surge. What about Surge? Like Surge is canon.
Surge doesn't exist, and neither does Black Doom, and neither does anyone but the Wisps and Zavok. We're back in 2014.
I keep hearing people say like,
we're back, Sonic fans.
How can they bring this character back? They're dead. And I'm like, the same way they've brought them back several other times. Don't worry about it.
Well, especially since the world's going to rewrite it. Especially since the comic's going to rewrite itself. Like, again, if you're going to sell this to Sonic fans or to DC fans, why wouldn't you put Black Doom in this and then go, hey, go buy Shadow Generations, that really cool game that came out last year, and then also go watch the movie where, like, the Eclipse Cannon's there. Like, just do anything. Do anything fun. And I just feel like with this, it's literally, it's exactly as Pup said. Any cool thing you thought of in your head is way cooler than anything that happens in this story. So
also, like, there's because I got the paper copy, like in there's ads for the tour of the Mighty Crab Joys. So there's ads for the Mighty Crab Joys on tour, and they're a fictional band. They are a band that Superman likes in the movie Superman. I thought the Mighty Crab Joys advertisements were probably the most interesting part of this comic, and my favorite part was the Superman poster on the back. I mean, the art is quite good. Like, I mean, I'll say this. Not a fan of how Adam Bryce Thomas draws either Superman or Lex Luthor. Making Lex Luthor like 5 foot tall and fat just loses all of his aura. Especially when stood next to Dr. Robotnik, who was like aura central. But like also his Superman is just way too Goku-y. Like, why does he have spiky hair? Like, Superman has like combed hair. What are you doing?
That way you know when he turns Super Saiyan or Super Man.
He doesn't. Oh man, I wish he turned Super Saiyan Superman. Like, that would have been so cool.
Charles
Super Duper Man. Yeah. Exactly.
Charles Champ here says the Justice League using the Ark as a makeshift watchtower while they watch Sonic's Earth. Yeah, that's a great idea. Exactly.
I still love the idea of like Lex Luthor being like, I'm gonna make myself a Superman, and I'm gonna call it Ultraman. He's gonna be way more powerful.
That's awesome.
That's so good.
I actually like that.
That's exactly what he does in the movie.
That's exactly what he did. Yeah, that's what he did in the movie.
I still need to watch the movie.
Oh, he's so petty in the movie as well. He's ridiculously petty, and I love it. Lex Luthor in that film is amazing. Sorry, Ethan.
Hey,
I know it.
He's what gave it one of the points. So
He's what gave it
he's
one of the
such a
points.
compelling villain. He's so full of hate. There's not a single moment he's on screen that he's not absolutely hating.
One of the points that I was so generous to give it.
Yeah, it was genuinely. Looking down from my ivory tower at these legendary characters, as you put it. I can give him a point. I could toss Superman a point.
So we have a Hollywood elite and somebody reviewing a movie from an ivory tower.
That's me.
Sunset City cast is very diverse.
So upper class. Like,
I'm gonna be classed out of the podcast.
Hey, don't worry. You and me both, brother. I'm no longer a wealthy London elite. Remember?
No. definitely go watch it because I am obviously one of the minorities, and I do not believe I am correct. So, oh boy. Let's see here.
Oh,
But yeah.
hell
Was there anything else about the DC crossover we wanted to whine and complain about?
I mean, okay, I'll give it some credit where it's due. The bit with Sonic
No.
and the Flash walking on each other's feet was kind of cool. Like, that's just
That
a
was
kind of
great.
cool concept.
That's, by the way, that's great. And Tails being the like the treadmill or whatever. That's a great idea. That's actually creative. That's actually fun. Good job. I like that a lot. So
Yeah, and I also do want to clarify, like, because I know that, like, Ian Flynn, like, if you're criticizing something he's worked on, people might quickly assume, hey, you want to join my Ian Flynn haters club? Send death threats to Ian Flynn every Wednesday.
Ew.
Like, and the answer's no.
Every
Like,
Wednesday.
I like
Every
Ian Flynn's work. Like, I just don't think this is very good, and I think there's an abundance of reasons for it. I don't know how much better you could write this story into 5 issues.
Welcome to our
think
club.
it's- I
It's
think
called
that's the
No
biggest
Flynn is a
problem.
Win.
I think that's Flynn is a win.
did you make that up on the spot?
Yes.
That's awesome. Please put that on Twitter. That's so funny.
No Flynn is a win. You gotta have a picture of, like, the Sonic Colors cutscenes with a big, like, text is like no Flynn is a win. Have them
No,
like
Flynn
deep
is the
fried
win.
as well. Like, make them so oversaturated and over sharpened that it looks ridiculous. You can sell it on a t-shirt.
That got me. Anyway, but yeah, no, I mean, I literally at this point, when I talk about these stories, especially if it's like this, where this is the most, you know, you have 2 corporations looking over it. At this point, I don't really care who wrote it or who made what decision. I just think it's bad. So, like, it's not even a matter of like I want to, you know, I would like to frame it as the story is bad, not like, oh wow, Ian Flynn's a washed up hack or whatever. Because I like a lot of his stuff, and especially like even some of the stuff he writes now, I really enjoy. So, the newest IDW issue that he wrote, I thought was really good. So, you know, it's not like he's
There you
lost
go.
it or anything. So
Is it
he's
Metal
lost it.
Virus good?
Like he lost his mind. Like he hasn't lost his mind.
the Sonic writer
Yeah.
that lost his mind.
No,
Well,
I
I think
just keep
there's
thinking of,
evidence
like,
enough.
They had like a new
That,
YouTube video essay.
Yeah.
No,
There's evidence
I'm just
enough
going-
when he's not being suffocated that Ian Flynn is really good for Sonic.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Shadow
Sure.
Generations and Dark Beginning, Shadow Generations and Dark Beginnings exist. Like, let's not forget that. Those are all
Sure,
great.
but
So-
Archie exists, and you know that the DC crossover, if it were in the Archieverse, you would have seen Batman versus Scourge, and Scourge would have been dropping Joker references, and it would have been so silly, and it would have been great. And you would have had, like, Nicole meets Cyborg, and it would have been really cool, and
Well,
like, Sally and
yeah, I mean,
Wonder
it's-
Woman would have made way more sense, given that they're both princesses.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you're probably right. Because the second, I was going to say maybe not, because the first crossover, it has none of the Archie cast in it. It's all game stuff. But the second one does genuinely have, like, the Freedom Fighters and stuff. So maybe he would have been able to
Just
do
stay
something like
in
that.
my ideal world where likelihood doesn't matter, Ian.
I did reread the just because I did a podcast again with the Silver Ace. We did a podcast on the Image crossover. It is so funny because everyone always talks about that scene where Sonic meets Spawn, and you can tell that
Yeah.
you could tell like whoever owns Spawn was like, all right, you can use him, but he says one line and then he leaves, because that's literally what happens. Is that he's there, Sonic goes, hey, tall, dark, and gruesome, can you give us directions? He says no, and then he literally just vanishes. He never does anything ever again in that entire crossover.
That's another thing, though, is like so I did a video on every kind of DC and Sonic crossover. It was more focused on Batman, but it was at the time the little shadow animation of him in the Batsuit came out. I did a little video on that. I gotta say, I prefer some of the ones we had under Archie, where they didn't actually have the rights to the characters, and how, like, Robotnik made, like, a robot that could, like, imitate different members of, like, the Justice League and the Avengers, and even Urkel at one point.
Oh yeah, that issue is very funny. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that's just that's a fun issue. Like, you had, the Sonic multiverse story, which had Bat-Hog in it, and it's like these were all better comics than DC X Sonic is.
Yeah. I think I think I think at the end of the day, it's less that the DC one is like, I keep saying it's bad, but it's not bad in the way of just like, wow, this is like infuriating to read. It's just more bad in the sense of like, it's like, yeah, like that was nothing, and I'll never think about it again. Which is not something I should say when Superman and Sonic are in the same room. So
Yeah, it's maybe Sonic doesn't need to cross over with everything.
More of the story.
Yep.
Sonic doesn't need to cross over with everything.
That feels like the perfect note to end out this topic on as well, like because this episode's been kind of all about cross promotion. So why don't we move on to super chats now?
Fine by me.
Okay. See how much better this show is without Dylan in it?
No.
That's not true. Dylan, I love you. I love Dylan.
I'm playing.
Don't listen.
There's a reason I made sure to have a separate call with him yesterday.
I was scolding him, and I needed him to know that I was mad at him.
I needed him to know I hate him.
So it's just the average meeting.
Look,
Just the average meeting is crazy.
The meetings are not just me hurling anger at you, boys. They're full of wonderful, wholesome moments because we are the podcast that loves and shares.
I agree.
That's true.
I don't.
That's true. It's a machine.
That's true.
That's true. That's true.
That's true.
That's true. It's the first controller with a touchpad.
How can I use
actually PlayStation before?
It's like, I love just the question where it's like, actually, didn't PlayStation do that? And it's like, that's true.
There's not even like a, oh, I didn't know that. Oh, oopsie.
No, it's like they already knew, and they're like, that's true.
What a big surprise! That's true.
Yeah.
This small.
Oh,
talk
I had a
is
joke,
like
but it involves profanity. Sorry, can't do it.
Watch your profanity.
Does it? Can you do it without the profanity?
They shout "frick" at the end.
Frick!
Now it just sucks.
Frick. Jack Nabbit!
God dang
it, Bobby's butts.
Hey. Okay, it's one thing to get Podbean mad at us. Don't get
YouTube.
Yeah, don't get YouTube involved in this.
Don't get
The one
YouTube
thing that
involved.
does pay us, well, with Patreon, of course. You guys don't pay me anything. I'm nearly done writing down the super chats. Just a second.
It's okay. I'm working on something.
It's true.
Okay, I'm playing Code Bunny.
Ooh, that's a good
Code
game.
Bunny's a fun game. I'm still stuck on the final boss, but I haven't picked it up
Oh!
since the time I streamed it. Because the final
Another
boss-
game that we are getting really close to Sage 2025, and Code Bunny was a game that was featured on it that was showing off many times there. Another game that just released recently, Advent Neon. So it's
Oh yes,
another Sonic-inspired game. I actually have it. So I'll play it this week, and I'll let you guys know about it. I'll tell you guys about it in the next episode.
Also,
Sweet, dude.
Tori Saturn. If you have,
Oh yeah, Tori Saturn
3D.
released.
Oh, I'm so excited to play it. Next paycheck for sure. I'm snagging that one.
Aren't those games like very affordable, like ridiculously?
They're like
affordable?
$1 each, but they're really fun. It's like insane. Like it's so cool.
So if we go table order, that will mean that Ian is reading first. So what do you think? Come on,
Fine by me.
Ian. You're the host of the show.
Come on, Ian.
Come on. We'll give you some cookies.
We love
Right,
the
we gotta
peer pressure
go
here.
where it starts next week, right?
Burger. Yeah, it's.
Oh, yeah, did we cover the-
Yes.
Okay, well, hey,
Balali. All right, yep, here we go. Borger, the newest one with a Borger. It's a Homer from Mr. Krabs. Can you see?
Okay.
Okay, Ian?
Yeah. Yep. Mr. Krabs, $4.99. Homer. I don't even know how to do this. What does Homer Simpson even sound like? I forgot.
Marge,
Hey-
the boy.
Hey Marge,
Hey,
I'm
Mrs.
Homer Simpson. That's what you say.
All right, here we go.
Marge.
Let's do it.
The boy is
All right.
delinquent.
Mao nagashi washi naize gatori rudo kuremai hisatu waza fipetoto furikado dode ga suki no musical note kinukuman. Perfect origin ending song.
That was really good. Was that how it goes as well?
Yeah, I have no idea.
I have
Hang
no
on.
idea. I probably just offended many people.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
Just a reminder that Ian's behavior today represents the gang as a whole. I'm feeling distracted.
Oh no, I was just looking. I was double checking the super chat. I was like, oh, okay, that's what's going on.
Yeah, no, I was not making stuff up. I was reading it.
I'll take care of this next one. Borger from Mr. SP, who's been a member for 2 months. Oh, look at me. I've been a member for 2 months. Okay, so Mr. SP sends $10.
You're gonna insult our super chat supporters? Come on.
Yeah, I know. It's just
What are we? What are we?
ridiculous, isn't it?
DSP? Thanks for the money, you
Well,
dummies.
yeah,
Seriously.
I don't understand where the logic is, but yeah, thanks for the $10, dummy. Anyway, so
We don't mean it.
speaking of Zelda, who are you saying we? Speaking of Zelda, I once went to a shop to buy Wand of Gamelon for CDI. They told me to come back when I was a little richer. That's just rude. Thank you, Mr. SP.
That sounds about right.
hilarious. That's
The prices
brilliant.
for that game is ridiculous. Also, guys, you want to do me a favor and check the back rooms?
If I lose my place, hey, there we go. There we go. You did you see the leaked Crossworlds season pass image?
I gotta see this.
I love that.
I'll put it up on screen in a bit.
No,
There you go.
no
Wait,
Flynn is a win.
Just the picture
Pup
above
wanted,
it though. Don't
Pup
reveal
wanted
it.
a deep. He wanted a deep fried Sonic screenshot, so I looked for, or I had to look for a good one, and then I had to do my magic.
I just put my I've just put the leak that I found up on the screen. The season pass for the compelling DLC. Even the fact they're calling it compelling is really funny to me. It's like marketing speak behind this. It's like, we want it to be compelling. It's like, perfect. We'll call it compelling then. All right. Well, anyways, I'll get the I'll let me find the next super. That's the wrong place. What am I doing?
What is happening?
This is
I don't
what
know,
happens when we
everyone's
take
gone
a.
too quiet. Without that, I have no.
This is what
grounding.
happens
It's
when
like,
we go
my goodness.
like we go 1 week without a podcast, and it all falls apart.
It has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with the fact that other people's dialogue grounds me, and without that, I feel like I'm floating in space.
That was very poetic. I like that.
Borker, Frank.
Hang on. Am I at? Mr. Krabs with the. Oh, I saw the number 2 and I got thrown off for a moment. With the $4.99 US. Meanwhile, during the same event with Broly, Marge, look at my ability. Homer summon his ability. Domain expansion donut with sprinkles.
It's so true.
You might need some extra symbols in there to show that it's dialogue, but appreciate it nonetheless. Unless that got lost in translation.
This could turn into
Or,
a comic, I think.
I feel like we probably could make something out of this. Or Mr. Krabs could just publish the entire thing when they feel that the story's ran its course.
I would be really intrigued to see if it actually, like, has a cohesive story there.
That would be amazing.
Like, if it were actually genuinely cohesive, that would be so funny. But, okay, so, next up is Trey Borger.
All right. I think is that Matt the Hedgehog? Matt the Hedgehog?
It is.
With $5 dues. Thank you, Matt the Hedgehog. Pup says he hates turn-based combat, yet gets in arguments to this podcast.
That's my
Curious.
secret. I never wait my turn.
No. No, that's the thing. He doesn't wait his turn. It's an action RPG for Pup. He's like, I'll attack now! And like, don't let people, say this.
I love that.
Sometimes. But it's
That's
okay.
awesome.
I also
It was
don't
not fun.
hate turns-based combat. Like, I can enjoy turns-based combat.
What?
Um,
What was the beginning of that convo? Because I don't remember you saying that.
I have no idea, to be honest. Like, who the hell actually listens to Sunset City back again? Like, no one. So, like, there's
I
no
do.
replay value to this.
I do sometimes.
Wow.
I mean-
But only the episodes I'm on.
I mean, maybe like when I'm at the vet, I'll put it on so I can hear the voices of my friends while I'm being given the lethal injection. But other than that, like, it's all good.
Fair.
Hey, pup. I thought you wanted us to stay on Podbean.
What I mean, like, I was suggesting euthanasia, not like it doesn't matter. Burger, it be Ian's turn.
Mr. Krabs, for $1.99 US, Shadow Time Saturday and Wario Time Friday.
Thank you,
I could
Mr.
see it.
Krabs, Mr. Krabs.
Wario Time
Time
Friday.
Wednesday, but you know.
Borker. And Mr. Krab back at it again. Thank you very much, Mr. Krabs. As generous as ever. Sends $1.99, as well as Tangle Time Tuesday. I don't think we're realizing what day of the week it is anymore. Like, I think Mr. Krabs is just now in a state of it will be one of a few days.
We are we're establishing the days of the week.
The days of the week. Mario Time Monday, Tangle Time Tuesday, Wario Time Wednesday, Thorndike Time Thursday.
I mean, it's Wario Time Friday is confirmed and Shadow Time Saturday.
Yeah,
I think
I'm talking about. I'm going for alliteration. That's what I'm doing.
Sure, but I would argue that that's not necessary. So we'll move on, Borker.
Okay. Yes,
I would argue that that's not necessary. It's the funniest way to say shut up.
Shut the fuck up.
Be quiet.
Man, if this is a turn-based RPG, I just got hit with like a nuke.
I would argue that that's not necessary.
This is like an Ace. No, you know what this is? This podcast is just Ace Attorney, but with Sonic fans. That's exactly what this podcast is. Like the
You
entire
can easily
time.
turn this into like an Ace Attorney fan animation.
It's like
I mean, I'm pretty sure Wayne actually had that done ages ago when me and him were having like a Twitter exchange. It was about like a character that he had designed, and I was like, "Wow, she's attractive."
Of course, you would say that.
Yeah.
Well, if you
Wayne's
didn't find her
Anyway.
attractive, I wouldn't have to say that. But anyways, Borger.
Wayne's
Wait,
very
no,
good at
we
art.
haven't done the previous one yet. Here we go. Is it me?
Well, anyway,
Am I up?
no, it's me. KB with the $9.99 US. DB Platypus must have been watching you and making sure you're being good role models. What?
I think that's referring to Podbean, but I don't know who DB Platypus is.
Dragon
I don't know
I'll
either.
find out.
Doofenshmirtz Beevil
DB
Incorporated?
Platypus.
DB Decibels?
Oh, it's a Sonic Boom character. It looks to be the case. If...
Oh,
he's a lawyer.
I'm sorry, KB, but that doesn't matter.
No,
Sonic
it's
doesn't
from...
matter.
No, it's from the TV show. It matters.
It's dead. It's gone. It has
Yeah,
vanished.
it's gone forever. Sega
Yeah.
lost $100 million with the Sonic Boom bit.
It's lost media. What? Physical copies? No. It's lost media.
Nah, I burned them all.
Deleting that
God,
show would be most unkind.
No, I do.
Oh
like
yeah,
the
no,
show.
because
I
there's
do,
an
I do, I do.
episode. It's coming back to me now where DB Platypus is following the Sonic gang around, trying to get them to be good role models and trying to get them to behave themselves. Which obviously
That
doesn't
is-
seem
Okay.
too right,
That's
considering
great.
this is the Boom
So I've only ever seen the first episode of the show, so that's why everything just went over my head.
So season
Yeah.
2 is stronger than season 1 generally, but like because season 2 leans a bit more into kind of being kind of a bit more satirical and like I
Sure.
think the thing that makes Sonic Boom at its best work is that it's kind of humor for like adults in the audience. Like it's like a show that's clearly it's for kids, obviously, but it's winking at its adult audience and saying, "Hey, look at that," and you're just meant to be like, "I see."
Yeah, and season 2 seems to be when they fully kind of go into that of like, okay, now it's just for the adults. Because season 2 is where
Yeah,
I see most of the clips.
Season 1 still has some really strong episodes and stuff. Like I'd still say like of the 3 Sonic series to have CGI animation being Sonic Boom, Sonic Prime, and Knuckles, Sonic Boom is by far and a country mile the best of those 3.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
We should we
it's
should
all-
just watch it together someday when we're bored because they're just 11-minute episodes and they're just fun. Like,
I'm okay with watching Sonic Boom. I'll watch it. If you said Sonic Prime, I'm out.
yeah, Sonic Prime is just boring. Like And Knuckles is just
I don't
terrible.
To be fair,
Yeah.
though, Sega didn't lose $100 million for Sonic Prime.
They lost
I
101
don't care
billion
about
dollars.
Sega's piggy bank. I don't know how many more times I have to teach you this lesson, old man. I do not care about Sega's piggy
Here's
bank.
the thing: they'll be
Fair.
fine, even if they're losing money. They got Total War and they got Persona. They're fine.
As far as I'm concerned, they can give me some of that money. I deserve it just for being so lovely.
You know what?
I agree.
It would still be a better investment than Sonic. I'm sorry.
Thank you,
I'm
guys.
sorry.
Except
I'm sorry.
Sonic
That's so
Boom, the TV
mean.
series
I'm sorry.
is
I
terrific.
don't. Yeah, I like the TV show. I just think that whole thing was a complete disaster. That's it. That's my
Oh yeah.
that's my
That's
hot
a
take.
really
for Sonic
hot
Boom.
take, dude. Like, I was about to say, holy
Yeah.
hot tamales, Trey.
Yeah, I
Careful.
know.
No, it's okay, Trey. Like I know what it's like having hot takes, but I also know what it's like having lukewarm takes. I think that was kind of lukewarm.
I think that was like perfectly rated takes. You know.
Yeah. Like me saying that I don't think Sonic Boom Fire and Ice is a good game or
We
is
don't really need to
anything
linger on this any
interesting.
longer. We can just move on to the next of the Super.
That's a
Chats, I
hot
reckon,
take.
and then we can
Yeah.
like go.
You know what? I completely agree, Frank. Let's ignore Pup and talk about this for another 2 hours. All right? Like, let's do that right now.
He's making fun of you, Frank. You shouldn't accept.
I'm,
that.
I'm
He's
ready.
sarcastic.
I'm ready
Alright.
to. I'm ready
Alright,
to like
let's-
talk about like other Sega Saturn games that I want to buy because I actually do want
That's
to buy it.
true. Yes.
I want to buy more
I'm
games.
gonna go ahead though and
Yes.
just go ahead and say, Trey, this is burger.
All right. Mr. Krabs, with 199. Thank you, Mr. Krabs. Also, I heard about some new Sonic plushies.
Right. I want to bring this up real quick because if you ever want
Yeah,
proof
go for it.
that toy companies like a little tax write-off once in a while, selling Deadly Six plushes, that's a tax write-off, man. There's no way that's not a tax write-off.
Yeah, the only thing that would be worse it would be Sonic Boom plush. I'm sorry. Anyways,
I
Right,
think
if they
Sonic
had
Boom
Sonic
plushes could
I
sell.
would buy them. I would so buy
I
them
think
now because you know you're not going to get them again.
You know which one? You know which one? I think would actually sell just for like, or that I would want to see just because it's funny. That one is like actually my greatest quality is being
Fastidious
a
the
coward or
Beaver.
something like. Yeah, I think that would be hilarious just as like funny merch.
yeah.
You got to have sticks. Come on, man. Wang's out for stick. It just doesn't have the same ring, does it?
Don't. I was gonna say Sticks would just be part of the main cast. You know, they'd be like Sticks would be one that's like okay, that's
Hey, can we
obviously
do-
they're gonna make merch.
Wait, can we say?
I wonder if cream and sticks are free.
Can we say pricks? Pricks out for sticks? Can we say that?
I feel like that's kind of even worse. Like, dicks could at least mean Richards.
okay.
Get
Sticks
all the
out for
Richards
sticks.
out of their homes. We're evicting
Yeah,
every
yeah.
person called Richard today so that Sticks can be in Sonic again.
Hey, my
Sticks
new
out for
name's Richard.
Sticks.
Sticks out.
It's just
Sticks out for sticks.
Enough. We don't have to linger on this. Let's go on to the next one.
Fine.
Borger.
Fine.
Ian. Ian, it's
What
your turn.
currency is this?
Borger. Oh, that is Brazilian reals, Frank.
That's awesome.
Yeah, $R.
Yeah, our dolphin.
Jorno for this 2 Brazilian Royales. Thank you. A Beyblade map that's just Baby Park from Double Dash.
Yes.
Honestly, not a
That
bad
would be
idea.
hard.
Not a bad idea. That would actually be really fun. That's actually a
Didn't
great
know you had
idea.
maps with them. Borger.
What?
Okay, we got KB here with the $1.99. What's funny?
I swear he just trailed off or something.
Nothing. Just go, pup. Just go.
Okay, so KB with the $1.99. Sonic X Gen 4 MLP collab. Do it, Sega, you cowards. I have no opinions when it comes to the MLP stuff. I'm a guy on the
neither
internet,
do
though,
I.
so I'd probably be really mean about it if I said something, and I don't want to do that, because that's mean.
It is what it's just another IP. It's like whatever. Go for it.
I'm sure it'd be I remember actually the rumors were that Sonic Boom was going to be handled by the My Little Pony studios, and that never materialized.
That's a
And
shame.
That was a lie.
Yep. I was just
Again, I don't know anything about MLP.
Well,
I'm just a disgusting patriarchal
the-
man.
the MLP at the time was doing fine. Like whenever Sonic Boom was at its peak, like that was kind of whenever like that was all blowing up. So it could have worked. I've never.
It is
really
amazing, like how like the 2010s feels like 20 years ago when you suddenly think, yeah, My Little Pony was like all the rage.
Yeah, no, like I remember when the term brony came on, like I thought it was like a joke, and it was a joke. It was straight up like a gag, and people just turned it into like the name for the fandom.
They
I
embraced
never.
it. It's like anime
Yeah,
fans and weebs. Like they embraced it, so they just ran with it.
yeah,
And at the end of the day, I'm not gonna like shame anyone for the stuff they like. I like Sonic the Hedgehog.
yeah.
Well, if
Unless
you like certain
like,
things,
yeah,
if you like certain things, I'll shame you for it.
Yeah,
yeah. Unless you like Sonic Boom,
yeah, like
then I'll
Sonic.
shame
I
you.
Trey, what's with you today? What's happened to you?
I'm kidding.
Yeah,
I'm
Trey,
kidding.
Trey, what is wrong with you? Seriously, you're very hostile today.
No,
You're
what
so
do you mean I'm very
hostile.
hostile.
I think
Hostile.
all
Hostile,
those years
hostile.
of being a Hollywood elite have finally caught up to him.
I think it's just because
Being
I
an
don't
uppity Hollywood. Oh, I
Actually, I
probably
don't-
shouldn't say
yeah.
it like that.
Anyways,
We can't do it. It's not even just me that's the problem today, is it? Let's be real.
The
We
in his
can't
own head
do it.
Hollywood elite. Can't take this no more, man.
Can't
Dang it, I
take
can't do it.
Take this garbage no more, man. All right, Borger. Ugh.
Thanks,
is
Podbean.
It's Frank. It's Franken.
yeah.
Mr. Krabs with $1.99 US. Bobby, I heard Bad Guys 2 was peak, Bobby.
It's true.
He puts the name in
It's
there
true.
twice. I'm noticing if I had to mimic Mr. Krabs, like if I had to mimic Mr. Krabs' writing style, I would 100% make
15
sure
years
the
later, and that
characters-
boy ain't right.
That boy
That
ain't
boy
right.
ain't right.
6 in the morning and that boy already ain't right.
I'm still not done with the show, but I've been loving it so far.
The reboot is fantastic.
I
Yeah.
haven't watched that. Yeah.
Yeah, like that's a reboot done right there. Like very impressive.
I've heard so much good about it. I can't wait to.
Also, the animation
watch it
grows
myself.
on you. Like it's obviously a little stiffer than it was before, but it works.
Literally,
Yeah,
It's
you,
stiff, though.
but I didn't even
like-
notice it anymore. I just thought it looked fine. Like, and not even like, oh, it's fine, but just like, no, like it felt
like you don't notice it the longer you watch it, which I was cool with. It's just
You get used
I
to
think
it, but like when I first saw the clips, I was like, oh, rigged animation. Okay, right here we are.
yeah, when you see like certain movements, it's noticeable, but as you watch the show, it's like whatever.
Well, because
I
the
think
show's
it's
so
different.
laid back anyway that it really didn't. It doesn't bother me at all. I thought it was good.
The bit that got the biggest, most unexpected laugh out of me was in the episode where Hank and Bobby are making beers, and then Boomhauer's son just cracks one of the cans on his head while the others are cheering. And I was like, what? Why? Why did that just happen? What did that even contribute to the plot? But it was so funny.
Well, I mean, just
I loved
the
it.
gag of Joseph turning into a trash bag was amazing.
The thing I find also so difficult, though, like something that's really difficult to accept, Bobby. Part of the appeal of King of the Hill for me has always been making fun of Bobby and just thinking, if he were your son, you'd be so let down. But, like, he's grown into such a respectable adult. In the first episode, he gets laid, and I'm like, God damn it, he's ahead of me. Great. Like, I'm behind Bobby Hill. I'm losing to
I was-
Bobby Hill. Dang it!
I was watching a video that was explaining that. It was like, well, yeah, Bobby's always been good with women. Like
The thing
it was noticeable
he
in the show, in the the
He's
original.
also always been
Original show.
He's always been a good kid as well. Like when I make fun of him, it's because he looks like a potato. But like, it... so I had to just hitch on my own
I
thoughts
mean-
for a second.
I mean, you're not
It
wrong.
sounds like one too. Dang it, Dad! Where's the last of the fruit pies?
I just
No, it's like it's my purse.
That's my purse. Give that back. I don't know you.
It's my purse.
I was just watching a video where it's like you say run for My Hero Academia over like them driving the semi backwards down the hill. It's just like this
Was it,
epic
like-
anime music play.
I'll always love like just that Hank Hill says everything he says with such conviction as well. You know, like everything
yeah.
is a declaration from him.
I could
And
have
it's
done
funny
pull-ups
because
on
that's
that bar.
most like people like his age like that's how they like get their thoughts out. Basically, it's like my pawpaw does it. You know, my granddad, and it's we call them nobleisms. Like that's what we say whenever he says something somewhat profound like that. You know, like it's like, yeah.
Noble.
They only
I
speak when they
swear to
have
God,
something to
all of you are just TV families. Like all you Americans are just TV
it is
families.
something. It is something I would respect somebody who just speaks like with that much confidence in what they're saying, but only with just the confidence. The actual things you're speaking of, well, it varies.
What do you got? 9 iron.
I love that.
Why didn't they give him his 9 iron in Fortnite? That would have made sense.
That would have been great.
I mean, I'm happy we got the steak. Like, but
yeah, that's true.
We got to move along now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it Trey? It's Trey, isn't it? It's Trey.
I think so.
Yeah.
Samuel Anaki, is that how you say it? Or Anoki?
How many
but
times
Samuel...
has Samuel, the last name, sent us money? We've read the name, and we've never quite been clear on how to say it.
Yeah. Samuel Anarchy sends $2 dues. The Hill is Always Greener collab win.
Why did you do a King of the Hill voice? He's asking
thought it was
about a
gonna
collab
be-
with another podcast
I-
called The Hill is Always Greener.
Because I saw Hill and then my brain turned off. That's what happened.
You know what? I thought the same thing. I thought
I
King of
thought
the
the
Hill
same
for a
thing.
moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's because we were just talking about it too. It's like, yeah, that makes sense.
So, while we are still earning the respect of the dignified citizens of the world, we will work to achieve more collabs with other podcasts that have dignity. In the meantime, we'll sit here and rot. But if you want to suggest it to him, if you want to give him a little tip, I'm so game for some collab crossovers. Like, I'm so game. Why? Sonic would do that. And I'm Sonic.
Yeah. And hopefully our collabs will be better
Swiggity
than the Sonic
swooty.
XQC crossover.
No, they're
I'm
going to be the
running
same. We're
very
going to have our
fast now.
Beyblade collaboration.
Yeah, that's the thing. We can only collaborate if there's someone in their podcast that can be the counterpart to each of our members. That's how this will work. And then we'll all just share one joke each.
Yeah. Well,
It will be a 5-episode stint.
I sadly do gotta get going. I gotta
You were right. You
do my
do
band practice
sadly
stuff.
have to get going. I'm really sad about that.
I'm glad.
It's
you're
making me
sad.
sad.
You're glad I'm sad. That's great. That's
I am so glad that you're sad.
I try and
make it a
become
point
wholesome,
to
and
make
this
sure
is
that
what
you're
always
sad.
happens. You need me to
You
be
sound-
the bad guy, so the rest of the
I
world
don't
cannot be
need
corrupted.
anyone to be the bad anything.
I have
don't need
such
anyone
a
to be anything.
purpose in
Well-
this world. I'm so
well,
full of
Trey,
purpose.
Porpoise.
We thank you for coming for hanging out
Thank
on the podcast. And remember,
Really, you
no Flynn is
corrected
a win.
yourself from that? Really? That didn't have to mean. It doesn't matter.
No. I just it just
I'm also glad.
I didn't want to
For-
give you a reason to laugh.
Yeah, fair enough.
Well, it's
but
too late
yeah,
for that now, isn't it?
Remember what they say. No Flynn is a win.
A
farewell,
Flynn is a
Trey.
Flynn. A win is a Flynn.
I hope you have a
Flynn is a win.
wonderful
A
day.
Flynn is a win. Live is a
Yeah.
win.
See you, Trey. Good
A
talking
Flynn
to you.
is a win. All right, love y'all. Bye bye.
Thank God he's gone. I hate him. Okay,
And then
so
there were 3.
Border, Ian, it is you.
All right, Giorno, 5 royales. Pac-Man and Crossworld, Sega. Just what I ask. Well, I also asked for you to dub your games for the Brazilian audience. Hashtag Sonic Crossworlds, Duplo, and
He's getting
Pac-Man.
slyer about it. I like it.
I love it. I love it so much. Sega needs to listen. This is just the dedication is amazing.
Let's get that
Yeah, I love
Giorno
it.
collab in at some point. Like,
Yeah,
let's do
we
that.
we
Like,
do. That would be nice.
because I really think it's a nice idea. So next up, Border is Mr. Krabs. Mr. Krabs with the $1.99. Thank you, Mr. Krabs. Why is there too much product placements, Gromit? What do you mean, Mr. Krabs? Your own story's quite literally a Fortnite lobby. What are you talking about? Like, it's got everyone in it. And it's good. You're literally writing Ready Player 3, and I like that.
I agree.
I hate silence so much. I really hate it. Okay,
That's true.
Border.
It's true.
Mr. Krabs with the 4.99 US. Sega, get the Japanese singer ADO to do a future Sonic soundtrack, and my life's yours. Also saw her concert 2 weeks ago, and it's amazing. That is all. All right, I'm gonna have to check out her music then.
Oh yeah,
How
she has good
viewers
music.
get out of the house? Interesting.
Our viewers are also cultured.
They're
So,
also listeners, not viewers. It's a podcast.
Right.
Indeed.
That's now
That's true.
your fault. That's true.
It's true.
Look, I'm used to making YouTube videos, and I'm used to streaming, so I'm used to saying viewers rather than listeners.
Yeah, I know. I'm with you. I mean, I was the one that said viewers. It doesn't matter. I don't know who any of that is, but like, I will look into it. I will research it. If you remind me, please remind me. Someone remind me.
I'll remind you because I'm going to listen to their music in just a bit. Because
If it's music
know,
that could fit in a Sonic game, I will like it because my brain is just wired that way. Apparently, there's got to be a name for that, but I don't know what it is. Hell yeah. Okay, Borger.
does it start with the letter A?
Probably does if we're being completely realistic about it.
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
Giorno, 5 Royales. Thank you again. Crazy Nintendo is just now planning on making Switch 2 carts that are lower or above than 64 gigabytes. Like, all this keycard BS could have been avoided. Oh yeah, because I know that they're changing different sizes now.
It is hilarious how they put out a survey. Somebody got the link for it and spread it around. I helped, and then they put out another survey, and it was more like
Don't
are
admit
you
to helping
sure
with
you
that.
don't
They
like?
will sue you. They will take you to
I do
court
not
and they
care. I will
want
take
your
one for the
paycheck
team.
for the next 5 lifetimes.
I will take one for the team. For the sake of physical game preservation.
You'll go to jail. Okay. But it's a good idea.
But yeah, like this whole like game key card thing really didn't need to happen. And the reason they did it, it's obvious. It's an anti-piracy measure just because they don't like people using flashcards or emulation or any of that stuff. Honestly, I think you should do whatever you want with a game that you bought.
Yeah,
Physical
while
game.
we're on kind of that subject real quick, I want to tell you guys a really sad story, right?
Okay.
So you know how for a month I had a job, right?
Yes.
As part of that job, we got work phones, which were iPhone 16s. And on my commute, I would play Sonic Dream Team. And I'd unlocked Shadow. But I was using the little clock manipulation thing on the iPhone to, turn time forward so I could get more Tails challenges. Because if you don't do that, it takes about 24 days approximately to unlock Shadow as far as
Oh my
I
gosh,
understand.
why?
Because you need 3,000 EXP to unlock Shadow. And you get, like, I think 125 EXP a day max because you do the Tails' challenges. And you get, like, 3 a day. I might be wrong. It might be 6 a day. But, like, I think it's 3 a day. And they regenerate after, like, 24 hours. So, anyways, I've been using the time manipulation stuff. Unlocked Shadow quite early. I was quite a happy chappy and stuff. But I didn't really sync that phone to the iCloud very well. I didn't really before I lost my job. So I logged out of my iCloud account on that phone, handed it back, got home, loaded it up on Apple TV, and all my progress of trying to unlock Shadow was gone. And I was like, dang it. Okay, right. So, okay, I'll just do the time manipulation thing again, right? No dice. Apple TV doesn't support that. You can change the time zone, but you can't change the date. Fine. So, what happens next? Well, my buddy Dom very graciously lets me borrow his old iPhone to do just this. Now, my Apple TV save isn't loading up on the iPhone save, and he's wiped this, so there's nothing on there. And I'm just like, okay, well, let's just delete the save that's already there. Pop, in comes the Apple TV save. So I'm like, okay, so to replace a save, do that. Okay, fine, that syncs it. Great. So I go through it, I get my progress up and stuff, and then I go back to the Apple TV, and the progress hasn't really updated. I'm like, all right, fine. Well, you know what worked last time? Popping the save out, and that swapped them round. I delete the save, and the save's gone. I go check the iPhone, the save is gone there too. So I've lost all of my progress on Sonic Dream Team while trying to unlock Shadow early. I tried to game the system and ended up getting played. So I don't have my red rings. I don't have my blue coins. I certainly don't have Shadow. I don't have my rankings in the Sweet Dream DLC. I don't have any of it. It's gone. So now now you can't keep a good pup down. I'm looking into how to jailbreak Dom's old phone just to get like a hacked save on there. See if I can sync that up to the iCloud. Get that on the Apple TV because dang it, Bobby, I've paid my dues.
You might just have to cut your losses at this point and just do it all over again.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sorry.
absurd.
That is like more work than should be necessary, and it just seems like it's stopping you at just losing everything.
Lost my job and I lost Sonic Dream Team save date.
Oh, the job wasn't that bad. It was, that Sonic Dream Team save file that hurt the most.
Oh, again,
This
that's the
whole
double
thing has
tap.
been a comedic series of events, frankly. So yeah, what a
His name was Franklin.
wonderful little time. So funny. But let's move on to that next super chat then. That will be quite funny. Okay. Right. Borger. Who is up? Is it me? There's it Ian? I think it's Ian.
Oh, we can just start over
Go on.
again. Yeah. Giorno, 5 royals. Thank you. By the way, when is the Brazil episode? Asking for a friend. Smiley face. Here, more money. Thank you.
Just
Yeah, we gotta
heads
get-
up. It's reals.
Royals. Rails?
Reals. Or reals,
Real.
I don't know. Yeah, it's just I just know it's not royals.
Oh, my bad.
It's not that boring ass song by Lord. It's so boring. But like
Isn't Lord just Randy Marsh?
the Smiling Friends Brazil episode aired after season 1, so that's where you'll find that. No, I don't know when that's actually going to be yet. It's going to depend on kind of where everyone's at in the week. But I think
Yeah.
if all being well, there's a chance that the Brazil special, which is more just a Sonic around the world thing with a Brazilian element, could be next week. I don't know. Maybe we should call it the Brazilian special. That would be really fun. But
The Brazilian.
yeah, Sunset City, go to Brazil.
And the thumbnail's just us, like our characters is posed like the Smiling Friends.
Jorno
the
was like our
airport.
tour guide. Borger. Frank.
KB with the $9.99 US. I like the DC crossover, but I wish Sage and the IDW characters got to make an appearance.
Definitely. I mean, they were really scraping the barrel for Sonic villains.
I agree.
Borger. All right, Ian, you're up again.
All right, let's see if I get this right. Giorno for 10 rails. I'm so bad at this. I'm sorry. Thank
And
you.
on rails.
Rails.
Rail should have let this DC crossover be in the hand of a different staff. Let DC writer take a go with Sonic. Let IDW writers take a go with DC. Be 5 issues for each, giving time for them to build to something. I think that would have been a really fun idea. I do like that idea of like swapping
That's a
back and
fun
forth.
idea.
I think that's,
If they're
Yeah.
doing, I guess, standalone stories, which I think would have been actually better, like, would be standalone stories rather than one big arc.
yeah, I agree.
But, like, if you have, like, multiple writers on one story, it can start to, too many cooks. Too many.
Yeah, that was the first thought I had, like too many cooks in the kitchen.
Can be.
Yeah, it's a fun idea though.
All right, Borger. Okay, so Giorno with the 2 Brazilian reals. Also, thanks for the red laces on Sonic's Tim's pup. Are they red in the thumbnail? I'm sorry, that's not the answer you wanted. You were thanking me for something, but I don't actually... Like, I just kind of got a PNG of Sonic with the Tim's on. That wasn't a conscientious decision, so I apologize if you thought I was representing something. I don't know what the red would represent, though. Yeah, let me look at my thumbnail. Let's see what I did. Oh, yeah, he's got red laces, hasn't he? Yeah. Well, that's kind of cool. Okay. So, let's move on to the next one. Borger. Thank you, Giorno. Frank, it's you.
Am I?
Please.
Really? I thought it was you.
I just read the last one, didn't I?
Oh wait, okay. I'm off by one. KB with a 9.99 US. To be fair, at the end of IDW arc, of the IDW arc Zeddy hunt, Sonic and Tails did send the Zeddy back to Lost Hex on a rocket. So the Flash leaving the Zeddy alone without issue isn't surprising.
Wasn't that also massively controversial at the time, though? People saying, like, did Sonic do the right thing? Because I remember the very first episode that Tom Topics ever featured in Off Sunset City was all about whether or not Sonic should kill. And I was kind of the, like, persuasion that I don't think he really should. Because he's just a little guy, you know? I don't want my little guy to be a killer.
I agree.
Yeah.
Anyway. KB, $1.99 US. Thank you. Did you guys see the newest Crosstalk video? That was the one with like Jet and Wave, right? I actually didn't watch that one.
Yeah, so
did
they've done
here?
2 with Sonic and Tails and 1 with Jet and Wave.
Were they any good?
Yeah,
Right?
are they?
They're fine for what they are. The thing is, it's based on like talking about all the different characters and stuff, and everyone's very respectful of each other, even like Jet and Wave. And like I know like people have complained about Jet's new voice. I think it's fine. Like I think it sounds like a voice that a professional would do this time, as opposed to like Jason Griffith, great actor. I just think his voice as Jet sounds like something you'd hear in like a parody or something. But it doesn't sound like an actual voice.
Yeah, it did sound kind of odd.
And people are like, he's meant to sound annoying. It's like, yeah, but there's TV annoying, and then there's like, it's like several steps beyond the point of Romeo.
Well, actually, there's TV annoying where it's like we don't think it's annoying, and then there's actually annoying where it's annoying me.
Well, I don't even find Jason Griffith's voice in it annoying. I'm just like, who did they like? Obviously, I know it's Jason Griffith, but it's like, who did they get to do this? Is what my first thought was, because like that doesn't sound like an actual voice. That sounds like someone's not taking the job seriously.
Or you're making fun of someone or something like that.
Yeah.
It's funny, though, because, like, as they talk about the different characters, they flash those hideous renders up on screen. And I remember a while ago I said, at the end of the day, the renders being the way they are isn't that much of an issue, because it's not like they're showing up in the games. Well, now, in Crossworlds, like, they've got screens and monitors everywhere that have those renders on them, and, like, whoever's in the lead will show up on those and stuff, and it's like... they're being kind of oddly aggressive about it, I feel. It's like they've heard how much we hate these renders, so here they are in the gameplay now. Like, oh, great.
You're gonna like them.
I don't like them. They're bad. Sega, these are genuinely bad. Any character like Sonic that has a lip is just bad. You cannot justify them having visible lips and gray shadows. Like, it's just bad. Anyway. Borger. Is it me? Is it me I'm doing?
I think so. I just went.
Yeah,
so.
it is you.
All right. So, Mr. Krabs, anti-Ian Flynn people. Ian destroys my house!
It's true.
That's true. Remember, no Flynn is a win.
No Flynn is a win.
At dawn?
Pup at dawn will never be a thing unless I'm really that spiteful of you.
I mean, also, the actual thing I say is at dawn will never be.
Yeah, I didn't care enough about it, so I could not remember it word for word.
How dare you? All right, well, there's the next super chat for you to read, Frank.
Mr. Krabs with $1.99 US. Dragon Force appeared in yesterday's Den episode. I don't watch that, so I am
either, but the name is so funny because I will never call it Dan. I'm gonna call it Dan. Like, I'm gonna put extra Dans in there.
I like it. All right, is this the last one?
This,
yes.
But yeah, that's cool.
All right, Gabriel Star 777, $2. Thank you. Looks like Channel Pump looks like Channel Putt has its own Super Mario 64 model.
Subscribe to Channel Putt for more golf coverage.
For golf commentary from our hot shot.
Get ready for his review on Happy Gilmore 2.
Yes.
Okay. No.
Funny
but
story.
about that actually. No. As Gabriel starts. Oh, go on, Ian. What were you gonna say? And I'll let you.
No,
do
real
the talking.
just real quick. I was just gonna say that Happy Gilmore 2 came out. I was like, do kids these days even know about like Adam Sandler and like Happy Gilmore? And I was talking to my sister about it because there was like we got Subway and there's like a Happy Gilmore thing on it. I was like, oh yeah, are you gonna watch Happy Gilmore 2? And she's like, yes, Ian. Everyone watches Adam Sandler. And I was like, okay.
Well, there's no need to be
Do they?
mean about it.
I feel like Adam Sandler would like people. I feel like that would cut off at a certain age or something.
That's what I thought. Yeah. But she was like, no, Ian, everyone knows Adam Sandler. I was like, all right, I guess so. Good for him.
Huh?
Are we
Well,
sure
alright.
that wasn't sarcasm? I mean, actually, at the same time, that sounds about right. I think everyone does know Adam Sandler. I think Adam Sandler is a subgenre at this point.
Yeah.
But also, funny you should say that, Gabriel Star 777, because this model is indeed modded into Super Mario 64 co-op. And I do take commissions. So if you want one, if you want to send us even more money, you can. There's my commission sheet is on my Twitter and Blue Sky. But if you want it modded into Super Mario 64, some of the money will have to be paid to Dylan. So just a heads up about that.
And I think Gabriel Star is familiar with some of the work because the one that was made for me was also made by those two.
Yeah, no, Pup's really, really great at it. So, like, genuinely,
Wait,
if you
Gabriel
want one.
Star made your Mario 64?
No, Gabriel Star is a frequent viewer on my streams, and I streamed one of the ROM hacks through Co-op Deluxe, and I used the model that you and Dylan made, or that you made, and Dylan was able to rig for the game.
Gabriel.
You as in you.
This one. I'm pointing at myself.
No. The one that you guys made for me. You and Dylan made for me.
No, I mean as in who
Co-op.
you're addressing.
I am addressing
Is
you.
you me? Is me? You is me? Why not just say me?
I'm going to.
Cut off at some point.
How did you get lost in that?
I didn't.
You speak English. How do you get lost in that? The language comes from your country.
I was playing silly. I was being a silly Billy. Well, that's the end of the episode
Alright.
anyway. So, thank you to all who super chatted, and to anyone who has sent one in after the cutoff. What's wrong with you? But don't worry, we will be reading it just at some point in the next episode. So I really appreciate.
We'll get to it
your
next
patience.
episode.
Yeah, it just gets carried over. Ideally, I think we should probably do them nearer the start if they're like next week ones, but I just fear it like becoming like a long list. I fear people sending me money so much. I really fear that.
I think if it's like 1, 2, or maybe 3 of them, we could do that like to just get those taken care of.
Yeah, but if it's like a whole list, I mean, if these people are usually frequent viewers anyway, so like they'll probably wait to see it, you know?
No, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But as I say, thank you so much to everybody who's been here. Thank you to you boys. What are you guys? Okay, well, let's do this in a structured way. Ian, what are you working on?
I'm Ian Waffles. You can find me on Twitter and YouTube and Blue Sky by the same name. I don't really make videos anymore unless I think of something, but you know, I always frequent being around in different places. Currently, I guess the only thing I'm consistently doing is Sonic Comic Chaos with my buddy, the Silver Ace 01, and it's always a great time hanging out with him. We're currently going through IDW, Archie, and just basically any Sonic thing we can talk about. So that's kind of what I've been up to. Thanks for having me as always.
If you love the Silver Ace so much, why'd you marry him?
I'm trying.
We could get the Silver Ace on this show. Maybe.
I'll let him know.
Maybe. Frank.
Hello.
You know the drill.
I do. I do things apparently. Actually, yeah. I released a video Actually, no, it was yesterday. I thought it was 2 days ago for some reason. Anyway, I released an episode yesterday on some fan games that you should check out for before Stage 2025 begins. It was more of these are games from Stage 2024, and I'm 11 months late to the video. Oops. But there are some cool fan games there, some cool ideas, and that video, you should totally check it out. I also stream on on my YouTube channel. I recently played the demo for the new Shinobi game that's going to be releasing later this month. I highly recommend checking it out. I believe the demo is available on every platform. And aside from that, I am working on another challenge video. I can't say too much about it. Hopefully, I will have it done very soon.
You know how it is.
Well, there we go.
So, Pup, what are you working on?
Hey. I do. I'm working on new YouTube videos for all of you. Yeah, no, I am working.
I'm currently making your childhoods.
I'm currently in the process of making your child. I'm Butch Hartman. If you want to watch my streaming service, I promise you there won't be any religious stuff on there until there is. But
don't call it subscribing. Call it converting.
Also, calling it O-Axis feels weird. I feel like when you put Axis in the name of something, it immediately sounds.
Oh no!
Well, that was the name of the streaming set. O-Axis.
I know, but I
Oasis
didn't
meets
think about.
Axis.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, like when I'm watching Blender tutorials, it's like rotate it on its Y-axis. I'm like, rotate it on its Y. What?
We defeated them in the war.
But okay, right. So 2 potential videos that could be coming soon are either one about acting salaries or one about all of the older Superman movies. We'll see which one I get round to first, but I really don't know. However, if people are looking for freelancers, if you want a freelance graphic designer or a freelance editor, contact me. I need work right now. So like, I'm free as a biscuit. I don't know why I worded it like that, but I'm ready to work. If you have work, throw it my way. I will do it.
There we go.
Now, if Trey were here, he'd probably say something about, like, something will be coming from him sometime soon.
Working on music. Something's in the
his
works.
YouTube under control.
Yep. Buying new
Something.
games. Proving how much of a Hollywood elite he is.
Like, lots of new.
I just got to get him. Yeah, I'm gonna show him something. He's like, "Hey, check out these cool new consoles." Like, I gotta buy those. Yeah, sorry, the moment you showed me that console, I'm putting my credit card information in there.
And Dilnor64 would also be doing some things. He might stream something.
Go follow them.
Don't tell me what to do.